Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Crawdads live streaming network. The Crawdads return home after a win against Sonoma at Sonoma last night, and we are excited to bring this edition of Crawdads Baseball to your living rooms. My name's Harry Setrakian, and alongside me, Charlie Limoncelli. Our producer is Jack Brooks, and we would love to welcome you to the broadcast booth and the pregame show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. Up the Creek, a great record shop right next to the Ace Hardware in downtown Walnut Creek. They buy and sell new and used vinyl records, CDs, cassettes, as well as skateboard gear, and a variety of other fun gifts like yo-yos and hacky sacks. They also have an all-ages live music venue that hosts local bands every weekend. So check out who is playing at upthecreekrecords.com or their Instagram at upthecreekrecords. Let's check out what's been happening up the creek. And Charlie, yesterday I
Whew.
briefly prefaced it, but a big victory over Sonoma. Not in the sense of a win that had too much gravitas to it, but it was a big win on the scoreboard. 16-7, the Crawdads lit it up in Sonoma. 14 hits to the tune of those 16 runs in a very long marathon of a game. But we were having fun, and well, so was the Crawdad offense.
Yeah, absolutely. They were firing on all cylinders, Harry, working really long at-bats, working walks. They also benefited from 4 hit-by-pitches, courtesy of the Sonoma pitching staff, but they also just mashed. Lots of singles and a pair of home runs from Sutter Moss and Riley Winchell, the 3 and 4 hitters, to add on even more late in the game, but it was really spurred by a 6-run top of the 5th inning, Harry. The Crawdads had scored 2 in each of the first 3, nothing in the 4th, and then all of a sudden they capitalized on some really poor Sonoma defense. 2 errors in that inning, a pair of balls that just sailed over the heads of the covering defensemen at each base, and the Crawdads took advantage with a couple of hits and some walks. It was kind of an ugly game from the Sonoma perspective, but for Walnut Creek, it was sort of a get right after losing 2, 1 to San Luis Obispo, 1 to Sonoma on Friday. The Crawdads need to get back in the win column, especially with every game
Yeah.
mattering heading into the playoffs soon.
Crawdads also took advantage of the dimensions of the ballpark out at Arnold Field, 310 feet out to direct left field, and Riley Winchell and Sutter Moss both deposited a ball over that left field fence, not too far over it. Riley Winchell's left the bat at 88 miles an hour, usually not what you want to see coming off your bat. It's a decent swing if you get it low, but up in the air, you want to be up over an 88. But it got out because there's just not a lot of room out there. Same for Sutter Moss. His was, I think, off the bat at 91 miles an hour, and both traveled just under 320 feet. So, you'll take it. It's a good feeling to see one fly over the fence, like get right swing, and they hit those in the 7th and 9th innings. So, kind of was just add-on insurance at that point that was unnecessary. But regardless, like you said, it was a big win. Sonoma, hottest team in the CCL North, climbing up the ranks, sort of secured that third playoff spot at the very least, but are in play for second place still. The Crawdads, though, do hold a decent lead over them after the victory, but still chasing the Slow Blues, who remain in first place, but a slow loss today and a Crawdad win would mean the Crawdads regain first place in what would become now a very close race.
Yeah, it's a couple of scenarios that I want to run through really quickly,
Sure.
Harry. So, assuming that, let's just take slow off the table right now, just considering the Crawdads and the Stompers. As long as the Crawdads win 4 of their next 7 games, they will be ahead of Sonoma, even if Sonoma wins out in terms of winning percentage. So, got to win 4 games to at least have at least second place in the CCL North. Then going into San Luis Obispo, the Blues, they are, if they win out, the Blues keep first. So the Crawdads need Slow to lose at least 1 game, and then the Crawdads go 7-0 the rest of the way. Then they would have first. As basically, they can afford to lose as many games now as, they can afford to lose 1 fewer game than San Luis Obispo this year, and they would clinch the first place spot. Kind of complicated.
They've got a chance to do it today against the Menlo Park team that has been flagging of late. We'll talk about that matchup coming up next as Brent Cummings and Tracy Cummings meeting with the umpires and the head coach Nick Sanzeri of the Legends as we're just about ready for first pitch here, but we'll still have more on the Up the Creek pregame show after this. Crawdads and Menlo Park coming up next in about 8 or so minutes. And to preview that matchup, we have, as always, 5 keys to the game for the Crawdads to take a victory here over Menlo Park, a team that they've played very well this season so far. First of all, it's got to be to limit walks.
Yep.
The walks have been a problem over the last few games. Not as much yesterday since the Crawdad offense was just so incredible, but still, Joey Lorenzini, to start in 2 innings, gave up 4. So you just want to set the tone right, and therefore, next key kind of rolls right with that is the command of Hudson Neighbors' fastball. He had been commanding it very well over his first 2 or 3 starts and was getting early strikes, early 2-strike counts. Last time fell off just a little bit, walked 5, but he was saying he was experimenting a bit. So I expect to see the Hudson Neighbor of usual today.
Absolutely. Just got to throw the fastball for a strike, and everything else plays off of it really well. The slider and the changeup. At this, if you can locate the fastball, those are guaranteed whiff strikes because they move so much.
And he likes to use the sweeper sometimes to get ahead in counts. So we'll be looking at that pitch and how he gets it in the zone for called strikes as well. Then number 3, to find chemistry. You'll see soon that the Crawdads have a bit of a unique lineup in today, one that they haven't posted yet this season, a bit of a different arrangement in the field as well. So just trying to find chemistry with that lineup and in the field.
Very much so. They got to just, figure it out. Make sure the offense goes according to plan and do your best possible defense.
It's probably more thinking about the defensive arrangement where
Yeah.
you need to have a bit more of that communication and melding. So then finally, last 2 goes to work long counts into good at-bats. Just keep that rolling. Crawdads like to swing early. Sometimes they get in danger when they are making contact, but not great contact, and grounding into quick outs. They have a guy, Patrick Richardson, on the mound for the Legends, who they tagged for 8 runs last time he pitched against Walnut Creek. So looking to have another good outing against him, but extend him. Make him throw pitches like the Stompers did to the Crawdad pitching staff and find their pitches.
Absolutely. And the other thing about working long counts, they did that a lot yesterday. The Crawdads saw a lot of pitches from the Sonoma staff, and ultimately it turned into really good results. Able to plate 16 runs. Got some help from the errors, but nonetheless, they got a bunch of walks, and the hits also came in as well. 14 total knocks. That'll get the job done.
It will, and finally, they did this a lot yesterday, hitting the ball hard, the final key of the game. You can do that when you get into those deep counts where you work to an advantage as a hitter to get a pitch that you might like a bit more than one of the first 3 a pitcher has to offer. So just keep hitting the ball hard against Patrick Richardson. Again, a guy who they got 8 hits against in 1 1/3. Well, the umps lining up for the national anthem, and we'll be back very shortly after that and with first pitch and the lineups right here for you on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Don't go anywhere. Hudson Aber getting warmed up on the mound. Crawdad defense has taken the field, which means it's just about time for first pitch. First pitch, time and temperature brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Meadowlark Dairy bringing Old Town vibes and family fun since 1919. 76 degrees and cloudy, kind of a nice stage. It's hot, but not too sunny, not too bright. And first pitch scheduled for 4 o'clock. Looks like we're going to be on time today. And we'll take a look quickly at the starting pitcher matchup, sponsored by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And today, it's Hudson Aber from UCSB, who's really just been everything the Crawdads could have asked of and more this summer so far. Has been very, very excellent. An ERA that's down where you want it. Last start, 3 2/3, gave up 2 hits. Did give up 5 walks. Didn't give up a single run. Just a 1 strikeout, though. Hudson Aber told me, if that's my worst start, then so be it. He's really been excellent for the Dads so far, usually working very efficiently. Just a bit of the lack of command, which was a bit surprising last time. But the defense behind him looks like this. Left to right in the outfield, a bit different today. Cam Taylor, Shane Aldridge, and Joe Coupland. Aldridge in center for the first time in at least a while. Coupland in right for the first time this summer. Left side of the infield, Kevin Parker Jr. and Aiden Robles, with Lucas Carlisle and Ronson on the right. And Drew Longacre will do the catching behind the starter. Hudson Aber is out for his 5th start of the season. Almost matched the season high last time, going 3 2/3. He's gone 4 innings before. That was against PBG back on June the 21st. He was great against PBG and, has been really just great all season. Again, he's only allowed 2 earned runs in all of his work so far. And he'll face Mason Griffin, the center fielder, Ryder Kelly, the shortstop, and Ryan Duran here in the first. First pitch ready to go. As the delivery from Aber is down beneath the zone for a ball right at 4 p.m. We get started on time here at Monte Vista.
Love it when you get started right on the dot, Harry. Something that hasn't happened too all much this season, but love it here.
Me too. So behind the lefty, 1-0, Aber deals, and this one's tapped foul on the right side. Behind the top 3, Eric Altmark will be in left, batting cleanup. Joey D'Amelio, the right fielder, bats 5th. Isaac Fendel at second base bats 6th. With Michael Aikawa batting 7th, playing 3rd. Ethan Jackson, the first baseman, is batting 8th, with Nate Bateman, the catcher, rounding things out, batting 9th. Aber's 1-1 delivery to Griffin is hit hard to second. There's Lucas Carlisle, who makes the play look easy, as always. There's out number 1. That's how this game gets started.
So fundamental Carlisle is over there at second base, Harry. It's like he's effortlessly able to put everything to the glove, pretty much.
I called him yesterday the baseball vacuum. I think I might keep doing that because he's shown that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to make those plays come into his glove every single time, just about. But he did make his first error of the season yesterday.
That he did.
On a throw, though. Vacuums don't have to do that. Ryder Kelly's first pitch taking for a strike. Kelly 2 for 8 so far against the Crawdads this season. He has a double, but has struck out 3 times. This is his 4th game matching up against Walnut Creek. Crawdads have not lost to the Legends yet, though they've played a couple of close games. 0-1 to Kelly, a sweeper in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to the Legends' 2-hitter today. He also hit second against Walnut Creek a couple days ago when they played at Menlo. 0-2 pitch, half swing, did not go. Check over to first, and he agrees. The first base ump says no go, and that's correct.
How about the break on that pitch, though? 15 degrees of glove side movement from the sweeper there from Aber. It's just filth.
It's good stuff. Really likes to work everything low in the zone. Fastball rides there nicely. Sweeper, changeup as well. He naturally pitches you want to get down. 1-2 to Kelly, the righty. Takes strike 3 right on the outside corner at the knees. Beautiful slider from Hudson Aber. So he gets the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the day for Aber.
Yeah, fantastic pitch. Just outer third slider, well located. And how about Hudson Aber?
Well, folks, we have a special guest for you today, and it's catcher, left fielder, hitter extraordinaire. Brandon Clisby is joining us up in the booth today. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Thank you guys for having me.
No problem, Cliz. Happy to have you over here, man. It's a beautiful day for baseball, ain't it?
Great day out.
2 quick outs for Aber now. He gets Duran to swing through the fastball for a strike. And Clisby, first time in the booth this season. You've been all around the field this season so far, catching and playing left field. Yesterday had a heck of a throw to gun a guy out at home from left. Second time you've done that this season.
Oh yeah. You know, my arm's pretty warm from catching all these games. I was waiting for an opportunity in the outfield.
You had one also in San Francisco. I mean, what's it to be a guy who's a catcher? You've obviously got the great arm, but you have the athletic skills to play left field. Do you have a little extra fun when you're playing out in left?
Oh yeah, it's a lot more relaxing, less stressful out there.
0-2 to Duran's taken just off the plate for a ball, and definitely a little easier on the body, I can imagine.
100%. You can focus on your at-bats a lot more too.
And we've been wondering this all season long. Why do they even run on you?
I have no idea. They clearly did not see my warm-ups.
1-2 against the righty, half swing. He got clipped in the hand by a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Duran taking the glove off to show. I know he doesn't wear gloves at all, but
No, you were right. He does wear
he
gloves.
does. He threw him off to show the up, but the up's not buying it. That's a foul ball.
Yeah, hit the knob of the barrel, I think. Not quite going to buy it.
Wow. As a catcher, Clisby, when you have those kind of bang-bang plays, do you always see what goes on there on those half hit-by-pitch, half foul balls, or do you just stay quiet?
It happens too fast. I usually go based on the sound of it. But I try to convince the umpire as much as I can. Being truthful is the best way to do it, though.
How important is the catcher to umpire relationship? Because we always see guys, if there's a foul ball hit off the catcher's mask or the ump's mask, one or the other gives them time to kind of gather themselves. So talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean it's real important. I mean we're both back there with masks, getting balls chucked at us, so we have respect for each other, and you know we keep it friendly back there and be honest and give each other feedback throughout the game.
Think it ever helps steal a strike?
Oh, of course. 100%. Yeah.
2-2 coming to Ryan Duran, the DH and 3-hitter today. Fastball.
Oh, yes, he did.
Sword swing. Yes, he did. That's 2 strikeouts in a row. Hudson Aber gives him the claw in the first inning, a 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. We'll stay on here as we keep Brandon Clisby on alongside Charlie Limoncelli, Harry Setrakian. Our producer is Jack Brooks. That was pretty gross. What's it like to have you caught Aber yet in a game?
Oh yeah, I caught him his first start and I think his third start. He was nasty. We were using a new sweeper his very first start. You know, he had the confidence and I called it a bunch and it was working.
Yeah.
He's absolutely nasty on the mound.
From a catcher's perspective, what's your key for his success today?
Just straight pound in the zone. He needs to pound it with all his pitches though. Fastball and his off speeds, that small cutter, slider, and then the larger slider as well. You know, keep the hitters on their heels all day.
Clisby, this is your second season with Walnut Creek. What keeps you coming back? I mean, obviously you live like 5 minutes down the road. So besides that, let's keep it away from the obvious.
I mean, the culture here is just wonderful. I come in and, you know, 2 days into the season, we're already having a blast with a bunch of new guys that we just met. And, you know, the coaching staff is always great. Brant puts together a great team and a great organization every year. It's super well organized, and it's just a great time.
How does this team feel different compared to last year?
I think we're a little more competitive. We really want this 1 seed. We're really hunting it, and we're trying to win it all this year. We really are.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, a real chance of it. We mentioned in the open, a slow loss and a Crawdad win today equals Crawdad first place right now. 700 winning percentage for slow. A loss would bring them down to 683. A win up to 707. Crawdads 688 right now at 22-10. A win would mean 697. A loss would send them to 667. So it's still a close race, regardless of the outcomes today. But
too many numbers there, Harry.
It's a lot, but all you have to take from that is a Crawdad win and a slow loss is what everybody here is rooting for. And they've got a tight game against the Foresters on right now. Santa Barbara up 4-2 in the top of the 7th with slow coming up. They have a runner on first with 2 men out, so chance to add on there. We'll take a look as Patrick Richardson gets warm at the Crawdad lineup, brought to you by Brant Cummings today. He sets the lineup as always. Kevin Parker Jr., Aiden Robles, and Ryan Ellis will beat you up in the first with Joe Coupland, Cam Taylor, and Lucas Carlisle Going in as the middle third with the final third. Looking like this, Shane Aldridge, Barrett Ronson, and Drew Longacre. They'll round it out. And they'll face the other half of today's starting pitcher matchup, sponsored by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And it's Patrick Richardson, who, again, last time he was out against the Crawdads, they really found the stride against him. He went 1 1/3, gave up 8 hits, 7 earned runs, 8 total, 1 walk to no strikeouts. And it's good to see him pitching back here again. He exited the game after getting smoked by a comebacker liner. And so looking just for some redemption today. I mean, it makes it a bit personal, I suppose.
Perhaps a little bit.
So Kevin Parker leads things off. 198 hitter on the season, but he's just been destroying the baseball.
Yep.
First pitch to him, he takes a changeup that drops low and in for a ball. Let's see, Brandon Clisby, you did face Patrick Richardson. Got a knock.
Oh, yeah.
Parker skies one towards foul ground in right. Joey D'Amelio, the right fielder, gives it a look, but he'll watch it go foul. D'Amelio's in right. Eric Altmark's at left with Mason Griffin in center. Left to right on the infield goes Aikawa, Kelly, Fendel, and Jackson with Nate Bateman behind the plate. And Brendan, you talked about this team, Legends, a couple of your guys playing on this team. I remember you mentioned Michael Aikawa. It's one of your boys. When did you guys cross paths?
We played club ball together. I think we crossed paths my 8th grade year. He's the grade older, but we played for the same club team, same as the second baseman, Isaac Fendel. EJ Sports Warriors, shout out.
I remember Aikawa got onto first base, and first pitch to the next batter, you tried to backpick him. Did you have that in the back of your mind?
I definitely did. He was he had it in the back of his. I could tell he was trying to steal on me.
Yeah.
I accidentally chucked it off of him, but yeah. We had a friendly talk after that.
That's
yeah, always worth winning some bragging rights as 2-2 coming in from Richardson to Parker. Righty versus righty. Parker fouls it right back towards us, but thank goodness for the fence.
Clisby had it.
Yeah, I got you guys up here.
I actually got one in that seat a couple games ago. It crashed on the ground and rolled over, but I could have thrown off the headset and caught it. So you're in play here, man. 2-2 in the dirt.
As a hitter, Clisby, how do you have to attack a pitcher like Richardson? Big, long delivery, kind of also from a lower arm slot as well.
Yeah, I mean, you have to definitely adjust your eyes and find that slot early on. Usually you do it on the on-deck circle, figure out where you're looking, and getting the timing down is most important.
3-2 to KPJ. He pops it up on the infield, up towards Isaac Fendel at second, but the first baseman Jackson's going to be the one to call it as he crosses into foul ground for out number 1. Those high pop-ups here, they're tough. I mean, especially behind the plate. How do you sort of judge those? Because I know when it gets up in the backspin starts acting, it sort of drifts back on you, right? I mean, how do you go about that as a catcher?
I mean, the most important thing is staying relaxed. If you charge under it, and if you're actually looking right above or below the ball, you're in the wrong spot, and that ball is going to land like a few feet behind you. So you got to find the top of the ball and sit behind it.
Aiden Robles takes strike 1. He's been the best hitter in the world in his 2 games as a Crawdad. 6 for 9, a homer, a double, 3 RBI. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Takes a great at-bat. What's his energy in the dugout been, too, because he's really shown it off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he joined a few days ago, just a great kid. Keeps a very positive mindset.
Grounds one to third. Aikawa goes across the diamond for the 5-3 putout. Feels like he's impossible to keep off base. That's just the 4th time that he's been off in now 11 plate appearances. I mean, it's unbelievable to bring in a guy after TJ Woodson ends up having to go home for the summer after a really fantastic season, but a guy who can fill in like that, I mean, how valuable is it in summer ball?
Real important, real important.
Here's Ryan Ellis, takes a ball.
He brings good energy to the team, and even when he gets out, the first thing he does is talk to the next hitters coming up and tells us what he saw, and it's just really helpful, contributing all around, especially on defense too.
0-1 to Ellis, hit hard towards right center, racing back Griffin. He'll plug the gap and make the catch. So back-to-back 1-2-3s for Aber and Richardson. We'll take a quick break, but we'll keep Brandon Clisby on for just a bit longer. Top of the second coming up, scoreless through 1. Top of the second after a very quick first full inning, something we haven't seen a lot lately. Last two games going over 3 hours, 40 minutes. Yesterday, 3:47 in Sonoma. The day before at home against Sonoma, 3:40. As Eric Altmark, Joey D'Amelio, and Isaac Fendel will tee it up against the right-hander Hudson Aber, the Sunday starter for the Crawdads, who had he has to have a team leading whatever number of 1, 2, 3 innings that was. First pitch to Altmark is by him for a strike, swing and a miss, and still with Brandon Clisby here, New Mexico State product. Second-year Crawdad. We're asking this, or you guys had asked this, Charlie and Jack, before I was here. Noah Zirkle was on with you guys, and he gave you his Crawdad teammate Mount Rushmore. It's the 0-1 to Altmark's taken inside, and Clizzard, we'd ask the same question to you as a 2-year Crawdad. Who are your 4 that you'd put it on a teammate Mount Rushmore?
All right. I'm definitely going Bryden Bull, number 1. I mean, me and him got a pretty good connection early on this season. Real nice kid, super funny. I mean, I've got to put Ellis up there too.
Yeah.
I just have to. He's a legend. Mr. Crawdad, great guy. I'm going last year, John Ewens.
Great pull.
Yep.
Great pull.
Yep.
John Ewens was a great Crawdad.
He was hilarious.
Yeah.
Missing bunch. We played Baylor opening day in the college season, and I got to chat it up with him. That was a great time. Ooh. For the final guy, I'm going to go Zach Justice.
Another good pull.
player.
Crawdad catcher. Yep.
He was a duck turned, no, not
Aztec.
Sun Devil. Aztec,
Yep.
right. I was going to say, Cohen Nicolai, the other, the 2-toe in from Altmark is bounced below the zone. I called the game that Zach Justice came in because the Ducks were clobbering the Columbia Lions. And I think he got a couple of base hits in his 2 plate appearances.
Oh, yeah. He could swing it. He
Yeah.
joined halfway through the season last year, and we really needed another catcher. I was getting pretty beat up, and he joined, and he was just a great addition.
3-2 to the left. The Altmarks popped up into left field. Robles going out. Taylor calling off, and he'll eventually be the one to make the catch out in left field. Cam Taylor there for the 3rd time this season, and Brandon Clisby out there a couple of times as well, including last night.
Clizzard, pardon me, I wanted to say something about Justice. He had 4 pumps last year, led the team, but difference between last year and this year, last year 3 catchers, now 4 catchers on this year's roster. I mean, what difference does it make for you and the guys back there in the squad?
Big difference. Start of the season, it was just me and Winch back there, and it was hard splitting all these games. 6 games a week's a lot.
Yeah.
And then Drew came in, big addition, really needed it. And now we have Joe too. He was here last year as well, and it's just great. We can take breaks when we need it, and fill in other spots when we need more at bats. So.
Coupland out in right field today. Longacre behind the plate as the 0-1's grounded towards short. Going to be Robles to take it, and he'll throw on to first for the 2nd out. 5 up, 5 down for Hudson Aber. One looked like Parker almost cut in front of him to make the play, but left it for Robles at the very last second.
That's the range from Kevin Parker Jr. I mean, he covers so much ground on the infield, such a good athlete, but that's the first time that Robles has now been tested playing short today for Walnut Creek. Ace the test, in my opinion.
Yeah, first play made. Carlisle also made one in the first inning. Crawdad defense that has just been so excellent lately. Turning a lot of double plays, making just about every play. Isaac Fendel, another solid fielder up the middle, stands in and hits one back towards Robles. More action. 2 straight ground balls, but he can't scoop this one up. Kicks off the glove. That's going to go as an error.
Might have jinxed him there, guys.
Might be. I was about to ask, I think, maybe not. I'm going to rip it anyway, but Clisby, does it affect how you call a game with your pitcher, just having such a really good defense behind you?
Oh my gosh, definitely. You know, even if a runner gets on first, you know, I'm not worried at all. Our pitchers can easily spot and get another ground ball, and our infield's been working all year, you know.
Check back to first, diving in safely, Fendel. Oh, the defense has now turned 27 double plays, 2nd in the CCL, but it feels like at least half of those have come since that SoCal trip. First pitch, I should say, bounces into Michael Aikawa. Clisby, he's 0 for 7 against the Crawdads this year so far. Has driven in a run, though, walked twice. and been on base 2 more times via the hit by pitch. You guys have got his number. A couple of games that you've called pitches against him. 1-0 runner going to go. Pitch taken outside. Throw down to second is far late, so goes a 2-0 and the stolen base for Fendel. But when you're catching against a guy who you know so well and he's up against you at the plate, I mean, how do you use your prior knowledge on him to call his at bat?
I mean, it's a little unfair, in my opinion. We've had some lessons together. We hit together in the cages sometimes, so I know what he likes. I know what he's looking for in certain counts. So,
How would you attack him here? 3-0. Let's say at the start of a count, but 3-0.
I mean, at the start of a count, I'm starting with an off speed, just dumping in there. He's looking for a fastball early. Right now, I mean, I'm going fastball because to get back in the count,
Yeah.
work all the way back.
Is he a guy who likes to swing 3-0?
No. Usually a conservative hitter, especially early in the game.
Waggling the bat high above the shoulder. 3-0 taken for a strike. Aber pours in a fastball to get back in the count. So now 3-1. I think another kind of hitter's count, but maybe a time to steal a strike with a breaking ball.
Yeah, I think now would be a great time to do that on the outside corner with the slider.
Aber loves that slider to get me over. Sort of a slider cutter. 3-1. It's a fastball instead, and it's spoiled foul on the outside part. So got the location right. And you can't locate that much better.
Yeah, real good spot, especially off that inside fastball right before.
So working east and west is Hudson Aber. Now he's got a 3-2 count. Runner out on second is Isaac Fendel. Got the 90th stolen base for the Legends this season. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. It's coming in, and it's hit hard to right field, but playing right there is Joe Coupland, guy who's played catcher and corner outfield. We got one of those in the booth right now, Brandon Clisby.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll take a quick break. Bottom of the second, still scoreless. Crawdad lineup, 4-5-6 coming up. Bottom second, scoreless so far. Crawdads 4-5-6 hitters due up, just as the Legends had after a trade of 1-2-3 innings from Aber and Richardson. Richardson continues to work, and Charlie Limoncelli has a question for Brandon Clisby.
That I do. Cliz, you played here all your high school career. What are some of the intricacies at beautiful Monte Vista Field?
Intricacies.
Just like some of the unique quirks maybe about this field that people don't know about coming in.
I mean, it's such a great field. Coach Mateo, the head coach of Monte Vista, you know, he's out here all the time, keeping great care of the playing surface, the grass. Some of the big things, I'd say the ball doesn't fly very often.
Yeah, we've
It,
noticed that the wind's always blowing in. The flag out there in center field, you'll be able to kind of see on the stream on the in-play camera angle in right center. It's always coming in, and even on a hot day, it feels like the ball doesn't fly much.
yes, I mean, oh,
Hoopland gives us a ride right center field. He might think he got it, and it's down off the wall on a hop. So he's going to be pulling into second base with a leadoff double.
real
Coupland,
good swing there.
man, he's been smoking the baseball as of late. Last game, he was in a 421-foot homer. That was a hot day, but actually it wasn't really. It was only 73 degrees, and he hit that ball farther than maybe any crawdad ever here.
Yeah, he got all of that one. He smoked that one. I mean, some days here at Monte Vista, it'll be flying during BP. The wind will be howling out, and then game time, it seems to just switch sometimes. But the dimensions of the field, they're not crazy big, but it plays pretty big.
Taylor comes up empty on a first pitch changeup. Nicely thrown by Richardson. He's been setting the tone with that changeup early. Is Cam Taylor, 196 hitter on the summer so far, lowest on the team. 0-1 taken up and away, but as of late he's been putting it together and finding some extra base hits as well. As had a double against Menlo Park a few days ago when they played at Balin's. He's even 1-1 with Patrick Richardson. Coupland on second. The pitch, lefty bounces it over to second. Fendel comes in and attacks the high hop, and we'll throw it on to first as Coupland moves to third. And you see the hops there too. I mean, it's something that certainly comes into play here at Monte Vista. Is the sometimes unexpected ones on the infield. That sort of seems to be a CCL North common factor.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of these guys are used to playing on turf surfaces.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays in college ball, most fields are turf. So it's a change of scenery for a lot of guys.
Is it at New Mexico State?
Yeah, we are all turf. We got all brand new turf last year.
Do you prefer playing on the turf, or do you like the grass and the dirt better?
I prefer the turf. I mean, I love the natural playing surface, but when you're catching, you know, you're sweaty and stuff, and getting dirty does not.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Carlisle goes ahead 2-0 with a prime run scoring opportunity on his plate. One out, runner on third, and the corners are in, but the middle is back. There's no one on first, so Menlo Park saying the ground ball up the middle. Yeah, you can take the run.
In this situation, Clisby, what are you trying to do as a hitter?
Ball and play. That's all you. I mean, a lot does the job. Ball in the outfield does the job. Ground ball to the middle does the job. Strikeout's the worst possible thing. Yeah.
What feels worse in this situation, a strikeout or a pop out on the infield? Jam shot, maybe.
The pop up sometimes feels worse. You know, sitting there and just watching it. You know,
I agree. That was always my perspective as a hitter in high school. I never liked the pop outs.
especially the foul pop outs.
Oh, yeah, that's
the worst.
brutal.
Those are absolutely the worst.
Carlisle in a 2-2 battle with Richardson. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. Trying to avoid the strikeout. 2-2. Cued past first. It's foul.
How about Lucas Carlisle, though, Clisby? I mean, midseason addition after Peyton Rolls was in and out 3 weeks for the Crawdads. What did you first think about him when he entered the dugout?
Ooh. You know, I was wondering where he's from. He looks a little young. But I have a great connection with him. Oh.
2-2 is called strike three on the outside corner. Nicely thrown.
He's a great player though. Real great player. He's gritty. He goes to work in the infield too.
We've been commending his fundamentals on the infield. I mean, his mechanics look unbelievable.
Yeah.
Called on the baseball vacuum.
Real consistent hitter too.
Yeah, very much so.
It's a good approach. Just caught the outside corner. Did Richardson to freeze him for strike number three. Now Aldridge with two outs. Oh, that one skips away from the catcher, and Coupland's going to come in to score. I was just getting ready to say that now Aldridge needs a base hit to score a run, but he watches a pitch in the dirt, gets by Nate Bateman. Crawdad strike first via a wild pitch. 1-0.
That'll play.
I mean, from a catcher, you always, I feel like you guys always feel for each other, and when you take a beating back there a bit, Bateman, is the blocking tough here on the dirt, Monte Vista?
Definitely harder than turf, but blocking's the same all around.
Okay.
Got to get in front of it. Sometimes it'll take a bad hop, but it's pretty rare.
Now we can go into the question of what's the worst feeling? 1 out, runner on third, pop out, or 2 outs, runner on third as a catcher. Wow, pitch gets by you.
Wait, repeat that again. I'm sorry.
We were talking about a pop out with a runner on third
Oh.
with 1 out if you're at the plate. But then on defense, if you have 2 outs, runner on third, and you let a pass ball get by you.
Oh, that's definitely worse. Yeah, that's the worst feeling ever. When there's a runner on third, you just got to keep it in front. I usually prioritize the blocking a little more than the framing.
Sure.
Expect the worst. That's the best you can do in that situation.
Aldridge in a 3-1 count has control of the at bat with 2 down. Now nobody on. He'll take in the dirt and a nice easy walk for Shane Aldridge to keep the inning going with 2 down. And you're a guy who kind of goes with the old school style of catching. You do the full on crouch, and today's game of guys who are going fully on a knee, maybe extending the other leg entirely out to benefit their framing. But I mean, kind of explain the process of crouch versus 1 knee down.
Yeah. I've just never switched to one knee down when there's runners in scoring position. I felt like I want to stay as athletic as I can back there, and with both my feet up, that's the best I can do.
Yeah.
I can get to some pitches that some people wouldn't be able to get to if they had their knees down. And blocking's easier. Sometimes framing could be a little harder. You're not as low to the ground, but the pitchers appreciate it when you can block about everything.
Aldridge steals his 8th base of the summer there. As the pitch was a ball, Ronson ahead now, 1-0. He'll take third, too. Pitch up and in. Throw down is in time, but the tag not made. Aldridge sneaks the hand in, and right after stolen base number 8 comes stolen base number 9. Crawdads number 96 on the season, up towards that century mark. I mean, talk about the speed of this team. It's a team that has set a new mark for Crawdads stolen bases, just continues to get higher with every single stolen bag. Is 2-0 count to Ronson with Speedy Aldridge on third. The pitch taken for a strike. But yeah, just able to get an extra base. How valuable is that to a
Super
team?
valuable. Coach Brandt explained it early in the season. We want to stay on the aggressive, put the pressure on the defense, on the pitcher. It stresses out pitchers. It stresses out the catcher. Even it could affect how a pitcher throws the ball, speeds them up, and even you don't have to be the fastest guy to steal a base. It's all about a good jump. We've been working on it before games, getting good leads, and it's been a huge factor in our playing.
2-2 count, spoiled off. Back-to-back foul balls, same way for Ronson. He's a guy that can hit one out. He always puts on a show during BP. Yet to see a homer during the regular season, but his swings have been coming together a bit. Guy with so much raw power. We've been waiting for him to pump one in game. Got a 2-2 count against Richardson. The pitch is upstairs, taken for a ball. Look for the cutter again that froze Lucas Carlisle. Instead, it goes to 3-2 now. Crawdads a run in this inning. Shane Aldridge waiting on third with 2 down. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit right back up the middle off of Richardson's glove and into center field. That is the second time Richardson has seen one right back up the box at him. And the first one smoked him in the back a couple weeks ago. Came out of the game. That one thankfully missed him because it came off the bat at 105 miles an hour.
Yeah, that was smoked. Real good to see that swing out of Barrett.
Yeah, he's been waiting for one of those hard hits. I mean, the first hit for him as a Crawdad back against head first baseball was 97 off the bat. Single up the middle, does kind of the same thing there. Turning around 83 coming in to 105. That's power right there.
Maybe. Glad that Richardson avoided it. That was a
Scary.
hot shot as now Drew Laker in. 9-hitter today. Takes the first pitch he sees above the letters for a ball. It's always fun to see the exit velos up here. Do you guys like to check that out in the dugout?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a few yesterday I wanted to check out.
Runner goes, throw into center field. Ronson now going to head towards third as Griffin scurries in to take it, but will not fire in until Ronson gets to third. So a stolen base and an error. Now
There,
number 97.
there it is, the aggressive base running. Sped the catcher up.
It feels like a lineup 1 through 9 that's capable of stealing. I mean, it's been so helpful to this offense to continue to see runners on base. I mean, a runner on first almost equals a runner in scoring position with this team.
Yeah.
Ball on a strike to Longacre. He takes outside. Who is the fastest player you've ever played with? This doesn't have to be Crawdad, but it can be during spring as well. Maybe even going back to the high school days.
I'm going to have to go. Actually, my best friend, Cole Rogers from New Mexico State, last year he transferred to USF.
2-1 hit well to left, but Altmark a couple steps back has the beat on it. That's out number 3. We'll take a quick break. Brandon, you could finish your quick story after that. And after the Crawdads strike for 2 in the bottom of the second, a couple of knocks bring home a run. 2 runs. 2-0. Top of the third, Crawdads a newfound 2-0 lead after 2 runs come home on 2 hits, an error, a wild pitch. In the bottom of the second, they lead it now with 8, 9, and 1 due up to face Hudson Neighbor, who's gone through 2 speckless innings so far. An error on Aiden Robles, the only damage so far. Brandon Clisby alongside us, Charlie Limoncelli, Harry Setrakian, and our producer Jack Brooks. Here on a lazy Sunday afternoon, Ethan Jackson's first pitch, he takes inside. In his first at-bat, he gets ahead. Is 2 for 11 against the Crawdads this year. His 5th game against Walnut Creek, so he's played in all of them. Got a home run against Walnut Creek this summer. Those 6 strikeouts in those 11 at-bats. Ahead 1-0, the pitch is swung and fouled back.
Liz, you've got a pretty good rivalry with your spring team, the New Mexico State Aggies, obviously with the University of New Mexico Lobos. Are there any similar rivalries in your opinion for the Crawdads and their team, the other teams in the north?
I think the Stompers are pretty similar. Similar rivalry that we have.
Hard hit to short. Robles comes in on a few steps.
You know, we play them a good amount. We want to beat them every single time. They're a good team. They always put together a pretty good team, and you know they're a little bit far away, but not too far. So it's a little rivalry.
Yesterday you had a knock in the 9th inning, an RBI double, and that hit clinched every single hitter in the starting lineup had a hit yesterday, Blizzard, and you did the job. You secured it for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
Those are the kinds of things that guys like us keep track of.
Yeah.
Nate Bateman takes a ball inside as Santa Barbara has jumped out to a 6-2 lead now, up over San Luis Obispo. Last time we checked in, it was 4-2. It's now the bottom of the 8th, and Forster still threatening. 1-0 pitch after the inside fastball is spiked in the dirt for a ball. 2-0 to Bateman, but I mean, yesterday the offense was just firing on all cylinders. A lot of fun it seemed like you guys were having. 16 runs, 14 hits, playing off of some Sonoma errors too. I mean, coming back after a bit of a tough loss in which the staff walked 12 batters, 3 or 4 runs came in via the walk, and just talk about the get-back win yesterday.
Oh yeah, real big. You know, we came out swinging. Definitely our offense. Also, just having good at bats though. Weren't swinging at bad pitches, taking our walks, and you know, putting the bat on the ball super big. Sonoma made a few errors on some hard hit balls and ended up costing them.
Easy fly out to right for Joe Coupland. Makes his second play out in right field. First action of the summer there, or action out there this summer, I should say. The catcher to corner outfield pipeline pretty good in Walnut Creek.
You should have seen it last year. I mean, we were kind of strapped for outfielders last year, Cliz. I mean, you, Coupland, had to do a lot of corner outfield work ended last season.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time out there. It gives your legs a break from behind the dish, and you get some at bats. It's fun out there.
I gotta say, you take every rep seriously during batting practice when you're just shacking out there. Seems like you like to let it loose a bit. You robbed a home run at Arroyo Seco. 1-0 to Griffin, swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's when you get your reps in. That's when I can practice my outfield. 'Cause during practice, I'm strictly catching. So when I can have fun out there in the outfield, you know, I take advantage of it.
1-1 count to the leadoff man Griffin, who bounced out to Carlisle his first time to start the game. The pitch taken upstairs. Zach Justice also played in the corner outfield at Oregon. I can't quite remember, but maybe a few innings. All their catchers that year played in the outfield. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about right there, Harry. I think that's a miss.
2-1, strike taken on the inside corner. It's 2-2. Now, he didn't, but it was Cohen Nikolai, Anton Arrows, Berkeley Mabius. All played catcher and corner outfield. I think Zach Justice was the lone not to.
Yeah, this Oregon kid.
2-2 pitch. Griffin flares it towards the left center field gap on a line. It'll get down between Taylor and Aldridge. Taylor, though, cuts it off. Run coming into second. He will be there in time as the throw a bit late to the cutoff man. So a 2-out double in the top of the third for Mason Griffin is the first hit of the day for Menlo Park. And now all of a sudden they're threatening a bit with 2 down.
It's just a ball that carries out in the outfield. I mean, not a whole lot you can do. Good swing.
Got the arms extended on an outside pitch. Looked like a changeup from Hudson Aber. Took something off, but Griffin saw it deep, rode it out nicely. So now Ryder Kelly struck out his first time, first of 2 back-to-back strikeout victims against Hudson Aber. He's just got the 2 strikeouts so far as righty versus righty matchup continues. First pitch is popped up, fouling out of play to the right. Brandon, we've heard you got the golf cart. You drive the golf cart up and down Stone Valley Road?
No, I don't. We usually we leave it at the clubhouse at Round Hill, but my car was going in the shop, so I needed a ride one day, and that was my only option.
Wow.
It sounded like, but
that's a fun road just to drive on. It's very free and easy.
one
to Kelly.
Straight shot.
In the dirt. Yeah, and I've seen a few people much younger than any of us here riding around in their golf carts, just in the bike lane or kind of halfway in the bike lane, halfway on the road. And seems like a nice road to grow up on. Very quiet, very, especially in summer. It's sort of a summer lifestyle type of place.
Yeah, it's a great little town. I love it here. That's why I keep coming back.
1-1 to Kelly off the hands and will drop into shallow left center. That'll bring home the run from first. Griffin scores. Might have broken the bat of Kelly too, but regardless, soft contact gets the Legends their first run, and they cut the lead in half. Well, that's baseball, I guess. What's it like seeing one bleed in like that?
You know
Especially to
what?
score a run.
Yeah, it hurts, when the pitcher makes their pitch and they get their weak contact. But, I mean, that's baseball at the end of
Yeah.
the day. It happens every game no matter what. So you just got to move on to your next.
Now back into the tree right above us. Ryan Duran in for the second time. He was the tail end of the back-to-back strikeouts of Kelly and Duran to end the first inning. Hudson Aber, since then, no strikeouts, but has still been effective. There's a mini two-out rally here for Menlo Park has a run on the board after the Crawdads scored 2 in the bottom of the second. Pick to first, sliding back in safely, Kelly. Ball on a strike. Aber, in his third inning of work, has gone as much as 4 innings this summer. Probably about the same today. Told me yesterday 4 or 5. 1-1 pitch, runner goes. Taken upstairs. Longacre's throw is not in time. Into second safely, Ryder Kelly steals the second base for Menlo Park today. And these are two teams that came in with the same amount of stolen base attempts at 106. Now 3 for the Crawdads today, 2 for Menlo Park. And no one has been thrown out there. 5 for 5 combined. So two teams that steal bases very well. 1-1 pitch. Front door slider lands in for a strike. Freezes Duran. Nice frame by Longacre, huh?
Oh, yeah. I see him working back there.
He has really shown off some good receiving skills, especially that framing. I mean, steal his pitcher's a strike. 2-2, Aber a deep breath. Now the pitch is inside and maybe clipped Duran. Got a piece of him. This time he'll take the walk down to first. Thought he got hit his first time up. This time looked a little disgruntled as he took off the gloves, took off the front elbow guard, and heads on to first base. No doubt about it this time. So inning continues. Eric Altmark stands in. I didn't think that got him.
Looked kind of close.
They all agreed, though. Everyone was in agreement as Gabe Rojas going to walk out and have a quick meeting. He'll take a long walk. As Brandon, you obviously first-hand experience of a lot of these types of meetings. What are they saying out there right now?
Most of the time is just giving the pitcher their confidence back, reminding them that they have the stuff and, just giving them a small little break is all they need sometimes to dial it back in, a little mental reset.
And this is obviously one called by assistant coach Gabe Rojas. When you're a catcher back there, when do you go out to sort of on your own volition call a meeting between you and the pitcher?
When I see something inconsistent with them, it could be their body language, it could be a pitch isn't working how they want it to be, and they could be frustrated, and just going out there and just like maybe even telling a joke sometimes, clear their head it's all they need. Pitchers are a simple breed.
You would know the best.
Yep.
Meeting is broken up. Aber ready to get back to work with the baseball in his right hand. Now into the glove as Eric Altmark, one of the two lefties in this lineup, in for his second time, cleaning up today. He has not played against Walnut Creek in a good long while. His first pitch is fouled away off to the left side. A breaking ball that time. Setting the tone early is Aber. He sometimes likes to start to work backwards second and third time through the order, and he really can command it well. Fastballs, the sweepers, the sliders. Head 0-1 against Altmark, the lefty. Tapped back towards the mound. It gets by him, and Carlisle comes in. Forehand reception. Throw on the run is in time. So, looking like a quarterback. Lucas Carlisle on the run. Ends the inning. Menlo Park does scratch one across on a double and a base hit to follow. The two-out rally is stopped after that. Bottom of the third, Crawdads lead it 2-1. Quick check over in Santa Barbara. 9-2, the Forester now leading over San Luis Obispo. That one all but over at this point. Bottom 8, Santa Barbara's got a runner at second with Wyland Nelson at the plate. So run scoring opportunity with one out down there could lead to some more runs. We're at Santa Barbara High School. For the Crawdads, top of the order due back up. They went 1-2-3 in the first against Pat Richardson. Parker Jr. began the game with a pop out to first. First pitch he sees in his second at bat, pop behind the plate, late reaction by Bateman. Now he's racing towards the fence, but he can't get it. That one drops down.
Bit of a second life there for Parker Jr.
Yeah, how hard is it? We talked about those pop-ups behind the plate earlier, but a judgment call like that where you see it right off the bat, you think it's out of play. I mean, what's sort of the tell that's going over that fence?
Gotta catch the spin on it. You'll see if it's back spinning or not, but I mean, you just gotta go over there no matter what,
Yeah.
just in case. But it's hard when it's against the fence like that.
0-1 on 2 hops to third. Aikawa, Brendan Clisby's good friend, makes the play. Final half inning along with Brandon Clisby. He's given us such an awesome time out here in the first 3 innings of this one. Sunday fun day, lazy Sunday, I like to call it. You guys don't take BP, sort of chill vibes at the ballpark. And
Oh yeah.
is it nice to sort of settle in on that final day of the week after a long game schedule?
It is, but our hitters do, including me, we love hitting on the field.
Yeah.
I would prefer if we did it every day, but it's nice to have a little break, extra time to go get some lunch in between hitting the cages and the game.
What's your favorite pregame meal?
Oh, I go to Juice Zone all the time, get a big, large smoothie. A bunch of guys go there.
1-0 to Robles. Breaking ball, searching for the front door and finds it, sort of backed up on Richardson, but didn't land in there in the up and in corner. Nice pitch.
Yeah, really well located, man.
Maybe not where he meant to throw it. Again, it sort of backed up, but regardless, in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Robles. One outside for a ball.
You and Julianne Stark both love to go to Juice Zone before games,
yeah.
Cliz?
Yeah. I mean, there's at least 6 guys there, I'd say, every day. So, I mean, last summer there'd be like 10 of us waiting in line. I don't know if they enjoy our presence there at Juice Zone or not, but we put them to work.
Yeah, I should ask one day, see how much they like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they appreciate the business. I mean, it's always good.
Yeah, I mean, but that place is always bumping. There's people there all the time.
And you're a Danville local. Is now a 2-2 to Robles, is taken outside for a ball, but have you built up status there or anywhere around here as a frequenter?
Not really, actually. I mean, I feel like they're so busy they don't even remember my face. They definitely remember when we show up in our Crawdad shirts every day, but I see some familiar faces around town all the time. Bunch of people I know around here, and they always come back in the summer. So,
Always curious. There's this pool I used to go to as a kid in Walnut Creek where there's this big inflatable obstacle course. You ever been there? I don't remember the name of it, but
it's Heather Farms, I think it might be. I haven't been there, but I've seen it from the outside.
Popped way up on the infield. Who's gonna call it? Aikawa from third. He's the one to grab it. A couple steps shy of the mound. That's out number 2. But yeah, that was a good time. Good summer memories there. Just curious if you happen to ever go.
Yeah, there's a bunch of places to have some fun around here, around town. You know. It used to be Danville Bowl. That was the place to go in high school. They got rid of it though. They closed it down. But
Oh man,
Dang.
some good memories there.
I think I've been there once. Way back when I was like 4.
bowling's awesome. Ryan Ellis is awesome, and he's batting. First pitch, he takes out the outside corner for a strike. Fastball at 83 miles an hour, landing sort of in the zone.
Nah, where's my ABS challenge?
0-1 count. Ellis swings and misses front door with the changeup. Goes down 0-2. We might be one pitch away from the end of Brandon Clisby's time on the mic. That's sad. It's been fun up here.
It has been.
It's been fun. You guys made my time up here pretty great. Hopefully I can come back.
Oh yeah, we'll try to get it. Depends on what the playoff situation looks like if the games are too important.
0-2 to Ellis, way inside for a ball. Also a potential player of the game. He'll be up here for a post-game interview.
Yeah, at
Oh,
some
yeah.
point during the
Yep.
week, it's a
Because we know you're going to get it.
possibility. Absolutely,
We know you're getting
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it.
it's happening. Also, last game of the season next Sunday. I think we'll probably have a rotation, a bunch of the players who have off days who can come up and hang out with us on the mics.
Ellis still behind 1-2, trying to fight. Pitch from Richardson. It's fouled back and away to the left side. So Ellis does, in fact, stay alive against the aforementioned Richardson, who's been really good in the first few innings. 1, 2, 3 first. Second inning had some trouble, but here in the third is on pace for another 1, 2, 3. So I suppose it's the odd-numbered innings in which he's been really excellent. Now 1-2. Ellis takes a changeup outside, floats away from him.
Brandon, as an opposing battery duo, how hard is it to get a guy like Ellis out? I mean, he rarely ever chases outside of the zone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I would pitch to him. It's scary to go outside, and he just fights off those outside pitches so well. He's got a great zone awareness. A lot of his takes, even if they're called strikes, you look at the TrackMan and they're not there.
Right.
So
Yeah, happened against Sonoma here when Sonoma was visiting the other day. He had one that was about at his ankles, called strike 3.
yeah, I mean it's a bummer, but that's how summer ball is.
Yeah,
you
it's just
know.
baseball.
Yeah, we were talking about how everyone's inclined to swing the bat a bit extra, and umpires know that. They want to call a few extra strikes. 3-2 now. Ellis takes out his head for a ball. So he works the at-bat, continues the inning, and allows Brandon Clisby to hang with us a bit more.
Wonderful.
Yes. Here's Joe Coupland. On for his second time. He stung a opposite field double into the right center field gap his first time. Almost rode it up out of here, one hop to the wall, but he's looked like the best hitter on this roster since arriving. He's been so dominant, going both ways, power to both sides, gap power. Of course, the 421-foot homer that we'll never stop talking about. First pitch with Ellis on first. It's popped up on the infield. Aikawa into foul ground, might have a play. Also checking is Bateman, but Aikawa will call it, and he'll make all 3 putouts in the inning. 2 pop-outs, 1 ground out. Well, for Brandon Clisby, we thank you very much for joining us for the first 3 innings of this ball game. And any final words you have for the Crawdad faithful?
I mean, thank you guys for coming out. Go Crawdads. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Lovely.
Thanks, Clisby, appreciate it.
3 innings come and gone. Crawdads lead it 2-1. Top 4th coming up, and at the end of today's game, today's player of the game will be brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth. This includes the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads, will have, with a Crawdad win, a post-game interview with the player of the game, brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, and it'll be on our socials. Right now, so far, a tightly played ball game, low scoring through the first third of action. 2/3 remain in regulation time, if you will. But baseball can go forever.
That it could.
Not like Thinking about soccer after the World Cup ended today. Spain winning that one in extra time, which has a definitive end. The singular goal, enough to do it. We've got a soccer score here so far, though, 2-1. With Joey D'Amelio, the right fielder, up, facing Hudson Aber for the second time. He goes after the first pitch, floats it out towards left center field. Can of corn for Cam Taylor, ranging into the gap to his left. Nice play by the left fielder today for out number 1 on one pitch.
Can of corn's a good shout, old-timey, but I like it, Harry. Although I'm going to nitpick you just a little bit here. Technically, it's supposed to be a really high
Up
pop-up.
above, yeah,
but
you're right.
honestly, I still love the pull there. That was a high fly ball, so it counts.
It's now righty versus righty. Once again, Isaac Fendel against Hudson Aber, who works only from the stretch. It's been solid so far. First pitch, fastball up and in for a ball. I will shout out for lunch. I ate lunch with my aunt, her boyfriend, and my grandmother. And my aunt's boyfriend was saying, hey, if you can get Can of corn into the broadcast today, that'd be awesome.
There you go.
It's a big Vince Scully fan. 1-0 pitch outside, so goes to 2-0. Franklin, that's for you, man.
Shout out. Good pull.
Yeah, they've been watching the broadcast together. You and I, Charlie.
Love some loyal fans.
Yeah, been great Crawdad fans. It's a 2-0 now to Fendel, the second baseman, who reached via an error the first time, takes a strike. 2 balls and a strike on the cutter from Aber. Showing off primarily fastball, cutter, slider, sweeper. No changeups to mention yet. This one flared out towards right and ranging back a bit. Now coming in, Coupland, he's got it for out number 2. So back-to-back outs, back-to-back flyouts start the 4th inning for Hudson Aber, who's, as always, just been really, really effective, working quickly.
Yeah, he's doing a really great job right now. I mean, pitch count tailing up towards 50 at the moment, right at 49 through 3 2/3. And gotta wonder if he gets through this one in under 10 pitches, might be able to give him one more inning.
He wasn't closing the door to going 5 innings today, as I mentioned last night after the game ended. He said, yeah, I'll try and go 4 or 5. Michael Aikawa takes strike 1. Sweeper that time, floats in.
Yeah, beautiful breaker with so much movement away from the right-handed hitter. 16 inches to be exact. So, I mean, that's a ball that starts at your belt and then comes all the way into the heart of the zone.
Tough one to catch up with. 0-1 to Aikawa is taken outside, and that's exactly how Brandon Clisby said he would attack Michael Aikawa. First pitch off speed, get it over, just float it in there, because guy was hunting fastball, and Aber knew it, so he brought that one in and landed it perfectly. And like you said, with the big-time horizontal movement, he can still stretch with it early in counts. 1-1 pitch, taken again for a strike. That one, the cutter.
Good bridge pitch right there. Nice setup. You can go even more velocity, a fastball somewhere, or go back to the breaking ball with the true slider or the sweeper.
That one just hung on to that inside corner. Really nice pitch. The hitter, you think it might come inside as a four-seamer would. Hangs on right there. Now a 1-2 from Aber. Swung and fouled right back to the fence. Aikawa stays alive.
This is the Hudson Aber we're very much more used to, Harry. I mean, in complete control in all of his at-bats. Throws strikes, gets outs.
Looking for 4 really solid innings of 1-run ball. A 1-2 pitch is hit out to center field, and right on it is Shane Aldridge to his left and back. He'll make the catch. Oh, another 1-2-3. Aber once again, just as he did in the first, gives Menlo Park the claw in the 4th. 2-1 Crawdads still lead as we move on in this one. Bottom fourth, Taylor Carlisle, Aldridge due up. Looking to spark the offense a bit, up 2-1, but it was a big 16-7 victory that we've talked about a bit already today. As you see there, what the offense was capable of doing against Sonoma, it was a rampage. I mean, 16 runs, 14 hits, walked 6 times through 5 Sonoma stopper pitchers. Not a single one of them really had an answer to the Crawdad onslaught. Just a carousel of offense, high-powered. Everyone was hitting, everyone was scoring. Not quite the same yet today. So far, only 2 runs, 2 hits on 1 error for the Crawdads. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Menlo Park. So very similar stat lines to go around so far in what has been a pitcher's duel between Hudson Neighbor and Patrick Richardson. A bit maybe different than the Walnut Creek Crawdads expected after last time Patrick Richardson faced him. Gave up 8 runs on 8 hits and 1 in the 3rd innings. 7 of them were earned. Hasn't quite been the same type of success today, but they're getting there. Been putting hits together. A strong 2nd inning, scored 2 runs, and that's been the difference so far. 1st and 3rd were very effective for Richardson as Taylor now leads off. The big lefty stands in. First pitch he sees, he flips back away. For strike 1, Taylor grounded out to the second baseman Fendel his first time, who's been a busy man out there, a couple of putouts. Well, just the one, actually. The busy man has been at third, Michael Aikawa. He's got 3 putouts. 0-1 bounces in. 4-1. All 3 putouts. And he's got 4 total. Excuse me again. He's got 4 total. 3 were last inning. So Aikawa made all 3 outs last inning and also had 1 in the first and an Aiden Robles ground out. Righty versus lefty matchup continues. 1-1 pitch taken for a strike. Clouds pretty intermittent here at Monte Vista High School, but it's provided a very nice day. Not too sunny, but still pretty hot. Nice change in pace. 1-2 to Taylor. Goes after a high pitch and swats it out towards left center field and well. Altmark racing back. He'll watch it. Fly up out of here. That pitch was almost at Cam Taylor's head. But he rides it the other way. It had good carry. And just like that, Taylor has a 2nd homer of the summer. Wow. Just kept on flying. So a bizarre home run leads off the inning strong. I didn't think that one was going off the bat, but
Wow.
the pitch again was just about at Cam Taylor's head.
That will certainly play right there, Harry. How about that homer from Cam Taylor?
351 feet. Carlisle takes the first pitch up and away for a ball.
But that's what the Crawdads need. I mean, he's starting to get hot again. Started the week really hot, tailed off a little bit. Now the swings are back.
1-0 to Carlisle, a rip and a miss. A lot of sliders thrown to Carlisle so far in this one by Patrick Richardson, who just gave up his 3rd run of the game. First home run. That was one of the more impressive swings of the summer. 1-1, Carlisle bounces it to his counterpart at second. That's Fendel. Goes on to first for out number 1.
Yeah, Carlisle just, they're throwing him a whole lot of off speed right now. That's probably what's in the scouting report, and he hasn't been able to make contact really well with one just yet. Kind of off the end of his bat, tailed over easily on the ground to second. Not a complicated play for Fendel.
The lefty Shane Aldridge in for the 2nd time. He'll go after the first one and foul it off. First lefty in the inning, Cam Taylor hit a home run the other way just a couple of pitches ago. Aldridge behind 0-1. Richardson deals down low for a ball. Cam Taylor's 2 home runs have come on pitches both up and out of the zone. First one he turned on, that one just was up and maybe off the zone away as well. Got the bat totally extended and somehow sailed it out. 1-1 bounce towards the middle to his right. Fendel will grab it on the backhand, throw on the run a bit high, but Jackson handles, and that's out number 2.
Fendel's a busy man over there, and he's handled it really well. Smooth shortstop, pardon me, second baseman.
both second basemen today very, very good in the field. Fendel and Carlisle, and they've both made a couple of nice plays already. As Barrett Ronson now in, and an RBI knock his first time, aggressive swinging and fouling it off the first pitch of his second at bat. And he ripped that single right back up the middle to Richardson's glove, just about clipped off of it at 105 miles an hour.
Yeah, 105. That's exactly what you're looking for. And that was one of our keys to the game, Harry. Hit the ball hard. Good things happen when you do.
0-1 was topped foul, now goes to 0-2, and it feels like every hard hit ball for the Crawdads so far has gotten down. Taking nice at bats. Here's an 0-2 to Ronson. Skies it into right. Incoming hard is D'Amelio towards the line. He'll square up and make the catch. So 3 straight quick outs after the leadoff circus home run by Cam Taylor. But his second shot of the year have the Crawdads now up 3-1. Four innings come and gone, and Hudson Neighbors' day is done after giving up just 2 hits, a run, 2 strikeouts, no walks. And it'll be Wade Mounts coming on for the 5th time this summer. It's been a bit of a struggle, 3 2/3 ERA over 12. He's allowed 5 earned runs on 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 8 hits though. So guys have been seeing him fairly well. As we'll take a quick update from the San Luis Obispo game that has gone final. They took the loss to the Santa Barbara Foresters, 9-2. So for the Crawdads, once again, they control their own destiny. A win means first place in the North Division. Trying to get that first round game running through, for first round of the playoffs, running through Danville. First pitch to Ethan Jackson is taken for a strike. Wade Mounts, first pitch, a good one.
Yeah, just whips the fastball in there. Couldn't quite tell. I think it's a little bit too seamy, but did the job. Nice pitch.
No balls and a strike to today's first baseman, who takes a slider, falling away for a ball. The catcher Bateman stands on deck with Mason Griffin in center in the hole, and Griffin leadoff man, so it'll be his 3rd time coming through. 1-1 pitch from Mounts, taken outside, fastball misses.
Last time Mounts was out, he got 2 strikeouts really quickly, spammed the sweeper. It was purely filth. And then all of a sudden, hitters were starting to catch up to him. So he exited with just 2/3 pitched.
2-1, another fastball pulled outside, so Crawdad pitching in danger of allowing its first walk of the game as Mounts comes on.
Yeah, can't be walking batters like we talked about, at least not excessively. That was our big key to the game.
It's been far from excessive so far since they've walked nobody but still time. 3-1 to Jackson. Fastball taken for a strike. It's a bit beyond the outer half, but
Gifted.
gets the call. So Mounts a gift, absolutely, to climb back in here. 3-2.
They got to capitalize. Just force a ball in play.
The payoff pitch is popped up towards first base, but into foul territory and out of play.
Yeah, that's the right idea. Just go to the sweeper, try to get it low in the zone, and didn't get a whiff, got weak contact, popped out. No out, though, but that's the recipe. Throw a strike in there, let the batter try to do something with it.
Jackson grounded out his first time to short on a 1-1 count. Now another 3-2, half swing on the slider away. Did he go? No. Didn't think so, and Jackson will take his walk. Second time he's walked against the Crawdads this season.
So leadoff walk isn't the worst thing in the world, but for Mounts and Longacre, got to limit any more, and better yet, induce a ground ball double play here.
Well, recently for the Crawdads, one walk has led to another, and another. So leadoff walk, though harmless as it is itself, you can't connect it to more walks. As now a soft liner will drop into right field for a base hit. Nate Bateman, first pitch swinging. A total cue shot. He hit that ball 59 miles an hour, but it's just going to have to land for a hit. So bottom of the order will turn it over to the top after a very fortunate result.
And that's just a great piece of hitting against the shift. Ronson shaded over towards the first base bag, trying to cover in case of a pickoff or a stolen base. And Carlisle's playing middle of the right side of the infield. Neither had a shot. It was just perfectly placed right between them.
So the top of the order now comes up again for the third time. Mason Griffin, run scoring opportunity. First time he's up with runners on. And the first one he sees, he nubs to short. Robles to second for one. Carlisle on the move. The throw to first not in time. So the fielder's choice does get one of the runners out, but moving up to third, Ethan Jackson. Griffin will stay on first.
Idle play, just off the end of the bat. Another soft contact hit. Or not technically a hit, but soft contact ball in play. And if your Mounts, so what? You'll take it. Just got to keep attacking the hitters right now, get more outs.
Now the two-hitter, Ryder Kelly, and he singled and drove in a run. Last time that was Mason Griffin. Another run-scoring opportunity. And he's aggressive, swings and misses through the first sweeper. 69 miles an hour from Wade Mounts. Really off his fastball, which can get into the mid-80s. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Pitch that has a lot of movement. So on the corners, Jackson on third, Griffin on first with one out. Corners are in, middle back. Next pitch taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Taking a little bit off the sweeper, I think, just to get some location, and I like it. That one started really far in and just able to break close enough so it's not a passed ball.
Ball and a strike. The pitch, nubbed foul. Cue shot off the end of the bat. Seems like the Menlo Park hitters have been way in front of what Mounts has to offer, and you know the fastball, 4 or 5 miles an hour off the fastball of Aber, naturally going to have to slow it down a bit. So not making the adjustment yet to the lower velocity. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss.
Whew.
Sweeper in at the top of the zone, and just like that, there are 2 down. And just as I was saying, way out in front of that sweeper, didn't let it get home at all. And that was in a mistake location. But Kelly got too excited and now is down for the second time via the strikes.
Yeah, that's gross. I mean, credit to Mounts, just spinning it really well. Frisbeed.
Now Ryan Duran, he likes the first pitch. Well, this one hits him. He's now been hit twice and maybe 3 times. The first at-bat he had, he ended up striking out, but had a foul ball that was called where he thought it hit his hand, but this time by a 70-mile-an-hour sweeper, so it feels a bit better, I guess. But anyway, Crawdad pitching, struggling to pitch him inside in the zone.
He's one of the most dangerous batters in the Legend order, so, you know, if you're the Crawdads, it's not the worst thing in the world to have him on base via a free pass of some sort.
Altmark 0 for 2 today, now with the bases loaded. Big spot. Takes a fastball on the front side for a strike. 0 for 7 against the Crawdads all season. So yet to pick up his first hit. Now would be a good one. Now would be a good time, I should say, to get one. Base hit probably ties this game. 0-1 pitch. Flipped out towards left, and it'll hook foul, giving look. But no chase is Cam Taylor. Now the ball's in play, so someone's going to have to go get that. I should say it's in the field of play. It's not obviously actively in play. A Legend going to go out and take the long trot to get that one up as the home plate up. Now we'll call time. Who is that hero?
I believe Paul Wagner.
Yep, Paul Wagner. Hitting .089 this season. But on foul ball duty now, maybe?
Perhaps so.
Mounts 0-2 to Altmark. He takes a fastball above the letters, ball 1.
You're up 0-2 against Allmark. Now still 1-2. Find an attack pitch. Whatever the scouting report is. Find the weak spot in his swing.
Ball and 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch, sweeper, swung and missed. Mounts finds it at the top of the zone once again, and just like Ryder Kelly, Altmark swings way too early at it. So 2 strikeouts in the inning gets Mounts out of the bases loaded jam. Bottom 5th coming up, second half of the game. Charlie Limoncelli has you on play-by-play.
Bottom 5, Crawdads leading 3-1 and 9-1, 2-2 up. Drew Longacre, Kevin Parker Jr., and Aiden Robles. Last night in the 5th inning, Walnut Creek against the Sonoma Stompers at Arnold Field. 6 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors from Sonoma. Very chaotic, getting a couple of thrown balls that were sailed over the covering defenders at the respective bases. It was 3rd and 1st there last night, and Crawdads capitalized. Added 6 to their lead, made it a 9-run game after they were already leading by 3, a lead that they did not relinquish. Patrick Richardson, the big right-hander, still working out there for Menlo Park. He's gone 4 innings thus far, 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error defensively. Stranded a couple for Walnut Creek. Now he faces Longacre, who's 0 for 1. Righty's first delivery. Fastball sits on the inner third. 0-1, Longacre. This is his 5th start, 10th game, .333 hitter. 1-0, or 0-1, pardon me, is a heater inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Longacre also a .520 on base percentage, .389 slugging, and 18 at-bats prior to his first today. 1-1 pitch from Richardson. Outside low. Longacre's been stalwart behind the dish today. No pass balls or wild pitches. 2-1. Upstairs breaking ball right at the top of the zone. Goes to 2-2 for the Fair Oaks native. Parker Jr., who's 0 for 2 on deck, as is Robles, 0 for 2 in the hole. 2-2 from Richardson. Fastball chopped up the middle. Base knock for Longacre. Contact machine from behind the dish, much like his counterpart Clisby. Brandon Clisby, who we had the fortune of interviewing earlier today, the first 3 innings of this game. In any case, Longacre at first, no one out. Bottom 5. Crawdads trying to tack on some more runs. Kevin Parker Jr. KPJ, the Crawdads leader in stolen bases at 14. For 2 today, a pop-up to first and then a ground out to third. Richardson kicks and fires. Fastball well upstairs. 1-0 to KPJ, the third baseman today for Walnut Creek. Had the day off yesterday. 1-0 pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 1.
Am I crazy, or did they play Elijah Ramos's walk-up song?
They might have. Yeah, they definitely did.
It's a good song.
Come on, Alex Swift, what are we doing?
Who-
1-1. Parker Jr. takes low.
I thought maybe we were seeing an early game pinch hitter. It's like, what the heck?
Not quite. Action in the Menlo Park bullpen a little bit. Richardson's 2-1. Check swing, outer third breaker. He went around, 2-2. Parker Jr. was a 189 hitter entering this contest. 28 games he's now played in for Walnut Creek. 337 on base, 349 slugging. Was an on-base machine earlier in the season. 2-2. Ripped center field. Couple steps forward for Griffin. Makes the grab. Longacre retreats back to first, 1 down.
It's just what we've talked about with Kevin Parker Jr., though the batting average hasn't been as high. He's 0 for 3 today, but, I mean, that ball is torched. 98 miles an hour on a low line. If you hit that anywhere but right at a fielder, that's extra bases. So just more tough luck for today's third baseman.
Yeah, the swings look good, just ball isn't falling for hits. Luke Cochran, the left-hander, warming up for Menlo Park, as Aiden Robles, the shortstop, comes up 0 for 2.
He's what? 0 for 2?
He's 0 for 2 today after 2 breakout games in his first 2 for the Crawdads yesterday and Friday. First pitch from Richardson, up and out.
I mean, it's shocking how good he's been to see him held off base twice. Not only just twice in a game, twice in a row. Credit to what Richardson's done. He's cooled off a blazing hot bat. Still could get going this.
1-0 front door breaker for a strike. Robles entered today 3 RBIs on a walk, a double, and a home run, plus 3 singles. In 2 games, 727 on base percentage, but is yet to reach today. 1-1, Longacre goes. Ball was in the dirt. I think he'll get a steal anyway.
Yeah.
First of the season for Drew Longacre. Swiped bag gives Robles an RBI chance and a 2-1 count.
Exactly what we were talking with Brandon Clisby about. This lineup's got speed 1 through 9. I didn't say 1 through 8. I said 1 through 9.
That you did.
And Longacre turns on the burners. He's been teasing it a bit lately.
2-1, high and tight. Hitter friendly to Robles, and to Longacre's credit, he and the entire Crawdad position players have been working on base running drills before the games a lot recently, especially this past week, including today. He can certainly move. 3-1. Breaker hit on the line towards third, fair ball, and it gets past the dive of Aikawa. Longacre rounding third, he'll come in to score. Aiden Robles, RBI doubles. This one kicks into the left field corner.
Yeah, there you go. It was only a matter of time. You can't stop Aiden Robles. You can only hope to slow him down, and Menlo Park did slow him down a bit. First 2 at-bats, got him off base, but there it is, the RBI double. We've grown already so used to seeing in just 3 games.
4-1, the Crawdads on top, bottom of the 5th, and Ellis an RBI chance now. 2 games ago against The Stompers, Ellis tied Ryan Brome for the most career RBIs as a Crawdad at 84 total. Takes a fastball for a strike there.
Sitting on it.
With just one more, Ellis would earn yet another Crawdad record. In this case, sole possession of the Ribbies. Already leads solely in hits, doubles, homers, walks, and runs scored. 0-1 to Mr. Crawdad. Off speed, just on the inner third for a strike. Beautiful location from Patrick Richardson. He's dotted the zone all day long, Harry.
He's done it nicely. Was it changeup, but has done it a lot with the slider. Tight spin, sort of holding it on to the corners. Hitters think it's going to break out perhaps, but instead just, again, holds on, hangs in there, stays in.
Catcher Bateman called time there, but now ready to go. Richardson ahead 0-2. Peers to second for Robles. Pitch to Ellis. Ripped on a line foul towards first. Still 0-2 with Joe Coupland on deck. Mike Olson throwing pitches in the Crawdad bullpen. Could be the next guy out after an inning from Mounts.
He almost fielded that foul ball, too.
Certainly had a chance at it.
He's looking out for himself.
0-2 again to Ellis. Off speed and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Crawdad designated hitter.
And we talked to Brandon Clisby about Ellis's at-bats and how hard it is to put him away as a hitter. He's stone cold on these breaking balls in the dirt. It's never a thought to even get the bat off the shoulder on the change-ups, the sliders down low. You need to throw something close to the zone for him to swing.
1-2. Fouled away. Ellis stays alive.
Just his selection when to swing is unbelievable. In-zone swing percentage. Sure, we could look at how it was earlier in the season. It's almost 100%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. In the upper 90s, that's for sure.
Analytics guys will know.
They do. One, two again. Ellis takes a whiff at a fastball high. Second out in the bottom of the fifth. Crawdads added one more on 2 innings. Not 2 innings, 2 hits. Robles, an RBI double. That's just the second strikeout of the day for Patrick Richardson. In any case, 2 outs, an RBI chance for Joe Coupland, who's been swinging a hot stick. Doubled today in the second, then scored on a wild pitch. Coupland's 1 for 2. Has 2 doubles and a homer this season, and now 14 at-bats. Richardson kicks and deals. Off speed away. Coupland's ahead 1-0.
Another guy who just attacks his pitch. He doesn't have to wait too long for it. He's swung at the first 2 pitches in both the at-bats so far. Second pitch in the second, first pitch in the third.
1-0. Check to swing. Breaking ball called a strike, but a little bit outside.
Yeah, and in that one, exactly. It's not his pitch, so he's not going to swing. And not a pitch you have to swing at early in the count before there's 2 strikes. It was fairly off the plate, 6 or 8 inches. So
it's a lot.
It is, and it's not a strike, really, but either way, good one to lay off of if it is called a strike.
1-1 to him. Fastball, similar location, also called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Copeland, who's the right fielder for Walnut Creek today.
Well, and same point goes, right? Not 2 strikes. Don't swing at it. It's, again, 6 inches, 8 inches off the plate. Going to be called a strike. Now you know 2 strikes, you protect it. It's a low percentage swing, but unfortunately, these 2 strike counts back you into that corner. Richardson should go there again.
1-2, looking for a put away. Breaker misses upstairs and away.
I think he tried. Just released a bit early.
2-2 count to Coupland. Second-year Crawdad. Already massive year-over-year improvement. Spent the first half of this summer, though, with the Wenatchee Apple Sox in the West Coast League, where he raked. Robles at second. 2-2 with 2'd out. Ball 3, a fastball low and inside. Low and outside, pardon me. Counts full to Coupland. Richardson steps off. Just adjust the belt, then the hat. All he needs is one pitch to get out of this inning. The Crawdads added one more, courtesy of Aiden Robles, RBI double. Cam Taylor's on deck. He hit a home run last time up. Payoff to Coupland. Popped up behind home plate, out of the ballpark, and just over our heads.
Through the tree.
You kind of had a chance at it, but a little too high.
Jacob Coburn's got it.
That he does, and Sam Johnston.
They almost got smoked by that. Oh, didn't see him back there. I would have called out.
Well, they're okay, and the foul ball retrieved. That's the bottom line. Richardson ready to go to Coupland, the Long Beach commit. 3-2. Breaking ball ripped down the left field side. If it's fair, it's gone. No, it hooks foul.
Wow, that was cranked. 328, 328 feet. 101 off the bat, though. He is turning around pitches left and right his last couple of games. I thought maybe it was going to stay straight right off the bat. Then it started to have the look of one that'll just keep on hooking foul.
That just tells you how much of a master Joe Coupland is.
Yeah.
Power on this guy is unreal. 3-2 again. Breaking ball called strike 3, down and away. Coupland, after the near home run, strikes out with one aboard.
Well, not a single one of those pitches were on the plate, but hey, you take a strikeout anyways.
That you will. Bottom of the fifth is over. To the sixth we go. Crawdads lead by 3. Top of the sixth, Michael Olson out of the Crawdad bullpen. The big left-hander trying to keep the Legends mostly quiet today. Wade Mounts went an inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a hit by pitch, but no runs across in his time on the hill. Hudson Aber, the starter, went 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Olson trying to keep the line of walks quiet for Walnut Creek. Just 1 today. They had only a couple, 5 total as a pitching staff yesterday, after 12 the day before against Sonoma. Positive trend.
Yeah, absolutely time to settle down. And for Olson, a guy who's personally trying to reverse that a bit too, his walks have been up as of late, just a touch, and mainly a 2-pitch guy, fastball, curveball. Just got to get the curveball under control a bit because it hasn't really been as competitive as it was early in the season when it was an excellent pitch. So hitters have been laying off of it and just hunting fastballs in the zone. So as long as that pitch is a factor again, it's probably looking like a good outing for Michael Olson. That's the recipe for him.
So Joey D'Amelio in for the Menlo Park Legends in the 5-hole. 5, 6, 7 due up. D'Amelio, Fendel, and Aikawa to face the left-hander Olson. 3 straight righties. D'Amelio's 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Olson, 6.94 ERA in 10 appearances. Kicks and delivers. Fastball down the plate. 0-1. Olson, 11 strikeouts to 11 walks. He's been one of those guys when he's on, but has struggled with the strikeout to walk ratio. The 0-1 from the lefty. Breaker sits in the zone at the knees. Strike 2.
And there you go. That's exactly the key there. Early count curveballs. Got to get him in the zone. Get him over like that and steal some strikes. Put that pitch in the back of hitters' minds early.
Olson, fastball, curveball, the only two pitches. Here's the 0-2, wave and a miss on a breaker. Longacre picks up the drop third strike and applies the tag to D'Amelio. First K of the day for Michael Olson is swinging.
That's what you do when you can throw both the fastball and the curveball in the zone for strikes. You get ahead early and you make the hitter chase something bad because they maybe think it's the fastball spin, but instead, curveball breaking hard in the dirt. It's a pitch that they just cannot hit. And Longacre maybe got a piece of that one too. Home plate ump going out to hand the ball personally to Michael Olson. I think giving him a second.
So all these Crawdad catchers, they've ended up taking quite a beating in each of their games this year. Longacre, certainly no exception. One out, top of the sixth for Isaac Fendel, the second baseman, with some fans in attendance, a local guy from Oakland. Olson turns, kicks, and delivers. Curveball misses outside. 75 miles an hour with some pretty good break. Olson with the 1-0. Goes with the fastball. It's lifted in the air to right field. Kuplik tracking it down, makes the grab. 4 pitches for 2 outs, Harry. Pardon me, 5. That's the recipe.
Nice conversion rate. Yeah, gotta love it. Olson has been in the zone today, and it is just showing that it's the Michael Olson of the start of the season. Last 2 outings, again, have been a bit opposite of those first few where the command's just been off a bit. But the fastball, it's high velocity, up high 80s from the left side. That's not very common. And then the curveball, nasty sweeping curve, is back on today, it looks like.
Michael Olson against Michael Aikawa. First pitch to the Legends right-handed hitter. Misses low and outside.
Michael versus Michael.
Yeah,
A couple days ago, we had Jones versus Jones.
that we did.
One of them was a Michael, too.
Aikawa's 0 for 2 in the first name battle. Olson kicks and deals. Breaker low in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Aikawa lined out to right field in the second inning, then flew out to center field in the fourth. Third at bat today. Looking for some more success. He and the Legends just 3 hits. 2-0. Fastball, low outside corner, strike 1.
The other day, the name versus name battle, perhaps what you'd expect. Jones, the second most common last name in America. You know what the first one is?
Smith,
Smith. Ding, ding, ding.
ball knowledge. 2-1.
Hmm.
Curveball misses outside.
You know, I'm not sure where Limoncelli and Setrakian fall on that list, though. I don't think very
Definitely
high.
nowhere near the top. That's for dang sure there, Harry.
I don't think very high.
Excuse me, unless you're up in Elmira, New York, then the Limoncelli name is actually quite popular.
Really?
It's where the initial immigrants came from South Italy. 2-1, located for a strike. 3-1. Anyways, the count full.
I think you might find some Setrakians in Fresno or Glendale,
There you go.
Armenian communities. But not really.
Olson with the payoff to Aikawa. Breaker flared away, just foul over the first base side.
That's a really, really good sign from Michael Olson, that swing there from Aikawa. It's just last-ditch swing, last second, got to put the bat out because you see it snapping towards the outside part of the plate, and you've seen the home plate ump give that. So for Olson, that's the perfect pitch, and for Aikawa, nice job to take the emergency hack, but man, he's a tough at-bat.
3-2 again. Fastball hit in the air over first base, foul. So Aikawa battling. He doesn't want to lose the battle of Michaels, so to speak.
Not at all.
88 miles an hour, that last heater from Olson.
And I think Aikawa's really sitting on the fastball in swing mode a bit here on 3-2, so Olson could snap off a big curveball.
3-2. Olson drops the hammer, curveball, just misses on the outside.
Yeah, I just lost it a bit. Looked for the back door again. Again, that pitch, I go back to the one that Aikawa barely flared the bat at to foul it off. That was exactly where Olsen was trying to go again. This time just lost it a bit outside. So a nice battle between the Michaels. This time Aikawa taking the victory.
That he does. Michael battle, Olsen 0, Aikawa 1. Runner at first is Michael Aikawa. 2 outs, Ethan Jackson in the 8th spot for the Legends, top of the 6th. First pitch from Olsen, fastball right there at the belt. Jackson, and the primary first baseman today, is 0 for 1 with a walk. Looks like he's set to start catching as Case 11 McGee is on deck to replace Nate Bateman, the catcher. 0-1, lifted in the air, foul behind home plate. 0-2, Olsen looking for a 3-pitch putout here in the last batter, potentially the last batter in the top of the 6th. Went strikeout to D'Amelio, pop out for Fendel, and then a walk to Aikawa in that battle. 0-2. Jackson lets it come below his knees. It's taken for a ball, that's the bottom line. 1-2, Olsen fires. Curveball outside. 2-2 to Jackson. Leads the Legends in home runs with 3. Not a guy you want to hang a curveball against.
No, and Olsen's done a nice job when he missed the curves. It's been out of the zone, which is the goal. Obviously, you want to hit your spots first of all, but that 0-2 curve was not a miss. That's where he wanted it.
2-2. Curve in the dirt.
Same case there. Bouncing it between home plate and the catcher. That's exactly where you want it in a 2-strike count. More commonly, you'll see that 0-2 than 2-2, as he did when he was up 0-2, but now working it back to 3-2. Jackson hunting out the fastball that he wants. Olsen might have to give it here.
Payoff to Jackson. Olsen delivers. Does hit a fastball. This one deep into right field. Leaping up, Joe Kuplin. Tested again, and he aces the test. Second flyout in the inning. We'll take a break. Bottom half of the 6th. The Crawdads on top after they strand another base runner. Bottom of the 6th, Crawdads up to bat leading by 4, and the Menlo Park Legends go to the bullpen. Luke Corcoran, the left-hander from Middletown, New Jersey, gets the call. Also, a couple of defensive changes for Menlo Park. Case 11 McGee enters the game, was set to pinch hit after Ethan Jackson did not end up batting, but he does go over to first defensively, and Ethan Jackson replaces Nate Bateman behind the dish. Corcoran, 8th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 5.52 ERA and 4 2/3 pitched this summer. To start things off, he'll face Cam Taylor, who's 1 for 2 with a home run to lead off the bottom of the 4th. And after that, Carlisle and Aldridge, the guaranteed batters for the Crawdads. Corcoran from Copen State First pitch to Taylor, check swing, breaker low. He did go around, according to the home plate umpire.
It's a bit of a visceral motion from Corcoran, sort of like ducks his head after he releases the baseball. Sort of off-putting, I don't know.
0-1. Lefty pulls a off-speed pitch away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It almost gives the effect that he's not looking where it's going, but certainly not the case, of course. But again, just off-putting as a hitter.
Certainly funky. 1-1, wave and a miss. Taylor out in front of the breaker. 1-2. Corcoran last pitched on July 9th against the San Francisco Seagulls. 10 days ago, he went 3 2/3, 9 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 2 strikeouts against the last place Seagulls. 1-2 to Taylor. Ripped on a line, and Casey Levin-McGee leaps up, makes the grab at first.
I thought he got that one a bit better than he did. Maybe a bit on the hands. That one down the middle, though, turned on it. But left the bat softer than it came in. I suppose, yeah, just, again, maybe got it off the hands. Did Corcoran a good job to cause some deception, make Taylor a bit late?
Either way, got the out. That's the important part. 1 down, no one on for Carlisle. First pitch to him. Misses low.
And if you're Casey Levitt-McGee, the new first baseman, well, welcome to the game, pal. Line drive
Immediately
right
tested,
at you.
Yeah.
It always seems to be how it goes, right? As you enter the game, the ball goes right to you.
It's the baseball guy's way of saying hello. 1-0 to Carlisle. Breaking ball at his knees on the outer third. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Making
Carlisle.
sure you're ready, absolutely.
Yeah. Carlisle's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout looking in the second. Ground ball to second in the fourth. The 1-1 to him. Slow curveball. Misses upstairs.
I'll say one thing's for sure is in that whippy motion of Corcoran, he does get his whole body into these breaking balls, the slider and the curve.
2-1. Might be the fastball at 78 miles an hour, but goes outside. 3-1.
I think so.
So Corcoran's certainly not a super velocity heavy pitcher, but the movement obviously there. Carlisle, 4-game hitting streak entering this contest in jeopardy. 3-1. He'll take a ball low. On board for the first time today via the walk. His 12th base on balls this season.
Wow.
Ups his on-base percentage. This is also just his 14th game, Harry. It tells you how good he's been. Working good at bats.
That's why I remark, I mean, geez, it's a very, very high rate, and most of them were right at the start of his Crawdad tenure. He's been hitting the ball in play a bit more now. Swinging earlier, a bit more aggressive. He's sort of earned it.
Here's Aldridge, center fielder from the left side, pardon me. Shows bunt, pulls it back, called a strike. Just clipped that bottom inside corner. Nothing in 1 to Aldridge, who's 0 for 1. Walked in the second, grounded out to second base in the fourth. And he himself, like Carlisle, riding a 4-game hit streak that's in jeopardy. Throw to first. Carlisle's safe. Levitt-McGee won't bother to tag. Hard-hitting Barrett Ronson on deck for Walnut Creek. Had an RBI single on a 105-mile-an-hour line drive up the middle last time. Another throw to first. Carlisle safe again, no tag. So Corcoran trying to keep the runners honest. Probably a smart plan. This is a Crawdad team that steals a whole lot of bases. Carlisle himself has 6 in 14 games. 0-1, bounces in the dirt. Carlisle was going anyway. Now it gets behind the catcher Jackson. And Carlisle stays put at second. Given he was on the run, probably going to give him a stolen base.
Yep,
They will.
be it.
7th of the year for Carlisle. And a 1-1 count for Aldridge with an RBI chance now. 1 down, bottom 6.
Crawdad's almost at 100 as a team now.
They've been doing a magnificent job.
4th of the day. No, 5th of the day, number 99. Next one will be the century mark.
1-1. Aldridge out in front. 2-seam action away.
And on the same kind of note, Crawdad's pitching staff today, too, picked up strikeout number 300 on the season
Oh, look at that.
with their first of the day.
Aldridge in protect mode. Corcoran A glance at second. Now it peers back, spins around. The throw bounces off of Carlisle, drifting over towards third on the ground. Now Carlisle will go and take the bag.
Sure. I guess.
Why not?
Sort of stood in the way of that one between him and the shortstop Kelly, who was covering. Then it hit off of Carlisle towards third. Looked like Aikawa, the third baseman, could have just scooped it up and tagged him, but that would have left no one covering third. So he made Kelly come over to field it, and Carlisle was ahead of the baseball, so he won the race.
Carlisle 90 feet away from scoring. Still 1-2 to Aldrich. The pitch. Wave and a miss. Corcoran gets his first strikeout today.
That's what'll beat you with the breaking balls. That's why he's been throwing them so much. Like we've remarked, I mean, fastball sitting at 78, 77, not a pitch he's going to blow you away with, but if he sets the tone with the nasty breaking balls, the fastball looks a little bit faster.
Ronson up from the right side against the lefty Corcoran. First pitch, chopped up the middle. Over from second, Fendel. Long throw to first. Gets past Levitt McGee. Carlisle scores. Now the ball gets to the Crawdad bullpen, and Ronson heads to second. Waiting on the official scoring decision. I think it's probably going to be an RBI single. That's the word I'm getting.
I think, yeah, would have beat it. Single, then error to get him to second on the throw.
And it is RBI single plus a throwing error.
And he didn't, it's so different from his single earlier. It didn't really want to swing at that. Half swing, bounced it towards the middle, just hit it where they ain't, reached first in time, and hey, you're on second now. Very different again from his 105-mile-an-hour line drive RBI knock earlier, but second run driven in for Barrett Ronson.
5-1 lead for the Crawdads. Here's Longacre, runner at second. Slow curveball misses outside. Longacre 1 for 2. Had a base knock in the fifth to lead off the inning, then stole a base. His first as a Crawdad. Ronson working at second. 1-0 pitch. Fastball high. 2-0 to Longacre. Andrew Longacre's just been a contact machine for the Crawdads in the bottom of the order, Harry. It's been really impressive bat-to-ball skills. 2-0. Takes his fastball knee-high. This time it's a strike.
Yeah, not your typical, it kind of is in these days of the universal DH. It sort of is the typical nine-hitter. You think of a speedy guy maybe able to get on, or just like a catcher who has great defense.
2-1 to Drew inside. Hitter friendly.
And while Drew obviously has the great defense, he's quite the excellent contact hitter too. So yeah, I guess I will agree with my first point there. Not your typical nine-hitter.
No, not at all, but an effective one. Corcoran kicks and deals, 3-1. Off-speed outer third, strike two, full count.
And you know, to be fair, he did show off the speed when he stole the base in the fifth inning last time up. So full package.
Very much so. Sneaky speed for a catcher. Payoff to the righty. Hit high in the air, foul over the Crawdad bullpen in right field. So we'll do it again. Longacre told me his goal with playing for the Crawdads was just to get at bats, head back to Jessup University with some swing under his belt. Only appeared in 2 games at Jessup this spring. Able to redshirt at the D2 level because as long as you play fewer than 15 games, you're still eligible for a redshirt. Different than D1. 3-2 again. Longacre rubs it off the end of the bat. Over to second on a ground ball. Fendel collects, fires to first. Plenty of time. Crawdads add one more. RBI base knock for Barrett Ronson. Will take a break to the top of the 7th after this. Top of the 7th, Cody Perry comes out of the Crawdad bullpen. One of the longest tenured Crawdad pitchers ever. A couple times out ago. Tied Carson Yassa for the 4th most strikeouts as a Crawdad with 50. 52, mind you. Cross that 50 barrier against Arroyo Seco. He'll face the bottom of the Legends order today. Casey Levitt McGee, Mason Griffin, and Ryder Kelly. Levitt McGee, Cody Perry's former teammate last year with the Crawdads. And KP is 8 strikeouts away from tying Braden Barnes' all-time Crawdad strikeout mark at 60.
Wow. Yeah, it's great stuff from Cody Perry. He brings a wicked breaking ball off a fastball that's fairly active. It'll play off the right side, and man, just that highlights what he's meant to this Crawdad staff over a couple of years now, and this year as a veteran. They all love him. He's such a character, and was picked to be ejected a couple games ago
Yep.
for, I don't know, the whole dugouts antics towards the home plate umpire a couple of games ago. But he's back and ready for action. And well, Alex Gomez, 7 strikeouts yesterday, a Crawdad season high. Cody Perry matches that. He'll be up on that list.
Potentially, but likely not going to go 3 1/3 like Gomez did. Perry kicks and deals. Righty misses upstairs and away with the fastball.
We talked about the other day about the possibility of a infinity strikeout inning, though.
We did,
It's real. It could happen.
hypothetically. 1-0 to Levitt McGee. Fastball just below the knees. 2 balls and no strikes.
Need a lot of drop third strikes with 2 outs.
That you would. Cody Perry, 5 appearances, 6 innings, ERA spotless for the Crawdads this summer. 9 strikeouts to 1 walk. Behind 2-0 to Levitt McGee. Kicks and delivers. Looping breaking ball on the inner third. Strike 1. Perry last summer had a 3.38 ERA for the Crawdads in 16 innings. Became one of the primary starters for that CMS team. 2-1. Hit hard to first. Ronson reaches out, misses with the glove. Roped single for Casey Levitt McGee. And a leadoff base runner aboard for Menlo Park. Lineup turns anew. Mason Griffin.
Well, welcome to the game for both of these guys. Perry, the fastball over the heart of the plate, 98 off the bat. Levitt McGee was ready to go. He had gotten a few swings on deck, seen a whole inning of action in on the field, so a bit more attuned to game action, and beats Perry to start his day.
Perry with a no-out base runner, top of the 7th. Another left-hander with Mason Griffin up, who is 1 for 3 with a double in the 3rd. First pitch, lefty pops it up, foul, third base side. Longacre gives it a run towards the Legend dugout, out of play. Really big effort for the Crawdad catcher, but it's a ball that, if it's in play, he definitely tracks it down.
And you love to see it. Again, go back to the chat with Brandon Clisby in the first 3 innings. He said as a catcher, you just got to get out of the squat and go chase it anyways, and that's exactly what Longacre did.
0-1, Griffin into the left center gap, shallow for a base hit. Back-to-back knocks on Cody Perry's tab. Here to start his appearance in the 7th. Ryder Kelly comes up from the right side. And Cody Perry had allowed just 2 hits entering this appearance. It's double that, now 4 total.
They're seeing him, and they were 2 lefties. Now you get 2 straight righties if you're Cody Perry. That's the breaking ball going to work really nicely against righties, just naturally breaking away from him. Chance to get a rollover double play with that pitch.
First offering to Kelly. Breaking ball popped up over the Crawdad dugout towards first. Longacre again gives it a rundown, but he doesn't have a chance. It's out of play.
And his catcher buddy, Riley Winchell, actually makes the play coming down from the hill there.
There you
One
go.
hop.
Winch always ready.
Catcher helping catchers.
Kelly at the dish is 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts and an RBI single in the 3rd. Lone run of the day for Menlo to this point. Perry and Longacre communicating. They agree here. Righty feigns a throw to second. Levitt McGee was dancing at the bag. Has to slide in safe, but no one to cover, so Perry didn't bother releasing the ball. Now we'll give a look back to second. 0-1. Ball in the dirt. Longacre's on top of it. Runners hold.
Really nice block. It's a tough one. He instantly, as he saw that ball out of the hand of Perry, bearing down low, shot himself into the blocking position. Corralled. Nicely done, Drew Longacre.
Another spin-off. Perry kind of turned towards second, but no throw. Trying to limit the lead base runner, Levitt McGee. He's got speed. 1-1, breaker, waving a miss. Ryder Kelly out in front, now in a 1-2 hole.
Well, that's
78
just,
miles an hour.
and that just shows how nasty that pitch is. Kind of splits the middle, but the hitter, Kelly, last second attempt to make a swing at it. Didn't see it at all.
2 on, no one out. Top of the 7th, Crawdads lead by 4. The Legends trying to change that. 1-2. Fastball popped up over the Crawdad dugout again. Cody Perry from Greenbrae, California. Claremont McKenna guy.
Greenbrae, a nice place. A couple of our family friends moved there a few years after we met him. Sort of up in the hills, up in the trees. Very quiet, very chill.
Much like Cody Perry. 1-2 breaking ball, chopped foul towards third.
And pretty similar on the point of the quietness to Claremont, California, though a bit more active in terms of the streets.
Also the fact that it's in the LA metro area.
Exactly, yeah, not as much in the mountains and hills, a lot like Marin County, closer to San Francisco, across the Golden Gate Bridge.
One, two again from Perry. Kelly takes a fastball away. 2-2 to the Legend shortstop. 246 hitter Kelly is entering this game. Already has a knock. Looking for more. Another step off. Levitt McGee has to trot back to second. Doing the job well over at second base is Levitt McGee. Certainly in the head of both Longacre and Perry. 2-2. Breaking ball popped up. Trailing towards foul territory. Over at first. Ronson calls for it. Makes the catch. First out, top of the 7th.
Big way to get that first out. Unproductive with runners on first and second. Nobody out. Now one pitch could get you out of it. But, and on the hands, that's where Perry was looking for it. You made a good point where Levitt McGee is really distracting Cody Perry a bit. And as a pitcher, you just can't let it dictate your pace. Cody Perry was holding a bit longer on that pitch. Still made a good one, but you have to remember, you're in control of the situation.
Now Ryan Duran to the plate. First pitch he sees. Fastball lined into the right center gap, down for a base hit. Levitt McGee gets the wave. He'll head in to score. 5-2. The Legends squeak back in. Runners on the corners following Duran's RBI single.
Well, I think Duran's just grateful to not get hit by a pitch for once. I mean, finally sees a pitch in the zone. He's not going to waste it. But at the same time, a bit antsy to see one in the zone. He doesn't know how many he's going to see. Maybe the next pitch was going to hit him. So why not get the pitch you're waiting for and deposit it into right for an RBI? It's still a close game.
3-run game. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Here's Eric Altmark. First pitch fouled back. Altmark looking for his first knock today. 0 for 2, 0 for 3, a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop-up. Griffin at third. Duran at first. Ground ball double play ends the inning. 0-1 from Perry out of the stretch. Breaking ball low. Altmark, 2 years at West Valley College. Undecided where he's going next. Beaverton, Oregon guy. Career 331 hitter at West Valley, 470 on base. 0-1, 1-1, pardon me, checks his swing. Appeal to second base, no. So it's called a ball. 2-1 to Altmark. D'Amelio's on deck, another right-hander, followed by Fendel in the hole. Perry misses upstairs and inside, 3-1. Cody Perry's been so good this year for Walnut Creek. He's gone 1 inning exactly in all but his last appearance against the Stompers. Has recorded 2 strikeouts in all but one of those outings. 3-1. Misses away with a fastball. 5-pitch walk to Altmark. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the 7th. Crawdads in jeopardy.
So far, a bit different from what we've seen of Cody Perry this season. High strikeout numbers. Edward Saeed now going to get warming up out there in right field, winding up the arm. But it's time for Perry to settle down, make a pitch here. They're going to chat about it, but hey, he's usually living in the zone, commanding all. It just hasn't been the same so far in this one.
Nap time for Gabe Rojas to have a chat with Cody Perry and the infield. Probably much to what Clisby told us earlier, probably just a meeting in where you're trying to give your pitcher his confidence back, and they'll actually send the infield away. It'll just be battery meeting plus Rojas.
Infield knows what they got to do. Corners will be in, middle will be back. Ball to the corners comes home first to the middle. They go for a 2-ball. So Perry either trying to spin that ground ball up the middle or get a strikeout, anything that avoids scoring a run.
Bases juiced, 1 out, top of the 7th. The righty D'Amelio comes up 0 for 3. Struck out last time against Olsen. 3 RBIs for D'Amelio this season in 24 games. Chance to add a pair. First pitch from Perry, challenge fastball, fouled back. 85 miles an hour from Cody Perry. That's where he's going to sit, mid-80s.
That's more like it, too. Buried on the low-end corner. He has lived on the corners all season long.
0-1. Another fastball, fouled away. 0-2.
And that's just incredible pitching off the fastball in. Then you tunnel the sweeper slider off of it on the opposite corner. Starts as if it's going to go to the same plane. Now 0-2. The world is your oyster.
Perry can go anywhere with 1 out. Every base with a runner. 0-2. Wave and a miss. D'Amelio out in front. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. That's the first strikeout of the day for Cody Perry. And it's the second out in the top of the 7th. Crawdads just need 1 more to get out of the jam. Isaac Fendel. A chance to make this a crooked inning. Legends already have 1.
And that's Perry taking advantage of a batter, getting a little too antsy with 2 strikes. Down 0-2, bases loaded. You want to produce, but can't get too aggressive. And that exactly was the case for D'Amelio.
First pitch to Fendel, ripped up the middle, on a line to center field, drops in front of Aldridge. 1 run comes across. Now the throw home as Duran sliding in. Tag is in time. He was offline on the slide. Only 1 comes across on the RBI single. Ryan Duran out at the plate. 5-3, the Crawdads still lead. To the home half of the 7th we go. Later on in our post-game show, today's player of the game brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Bottom of the 7th, the Legends added 2 in the last half on 4 hits. Crawdad lead just 2 runs now, so Kevin Parker Jr., Aiden Robles, and Ryan Ellis, the first with a chance to do something about it and add to the run total. Parker Jr. is 0 for 3. Pop out, ground out, and a line out today. Luke Corcoran came in the bottom of the 6th, allowed just 1 run. First pitch to Parker Jr. fouled off.
I love this. Last time, Parker Jr. walked up to Elijah Ramos's walk-up song. This time to TJ Woodson's. So maybe just paying tribute to his fellow infielders, former infielders for TJ Woodson. So sad to say every time.
Indeed. Well, that'll play. Use the teammate walk-up music. 0-1 breaking ball low. 1-1 to Parker Jr. Playing third base today for Walnut Creek. So much range defensively. Can play anywhere on that left side. 1-1. Fastball hit in the air to left center field. D'Amelio tracking back, a couple feet in front of the wall, makes the grab.
It's working the other way a little bit today. Popped out to first his first time. Drive out to right center field in the 5th and ended up in the glove of Mason Griffin, and that time to right as well. So trying to expand a little bit. He's done such a good job of going to the pull side with hard hit balls, and a couple hard hit balls again to right today, but now still falling into the gloves, going right to those fielders.
Here's Aiden Robles. RBI double last time he was at the plate. First pitch to him, curveball, knee high. Robles 1 for 3 with that double. It's his 4th RBI as a Crawdad. 3rd extra base hit in 3 games. 0-1 from Corcoran. Breaking ball, foul behind home plate. 0-2. Corcoran working quickly, trying to keep the Crawdad run total where it is at 5. The 0-2. Robles takes high and outside. 80 miles an hour. Fastest pitch we've seen from Luke Corcoran today.
And cranking it up a bit after a 65-mile-an-hour curveball. Just what I was talking about. I mean, if you lead with those slow breaking balls, the fastball, 15 miles an hour difference. Comes in a lot harder than it may look.
1-2. Hit in foul territory over towards first. Levitt McGee charging over, runs into the wall, and he made the catch. Body on the line play for Casey Levitt McGee. Second out, bottom of the 7th.
Oh, and that's one of the first times we've actually seen a first baseman take on that extreme foul territory over to first and make the play. We've seen a couple close ones. I think that's the first that we've seen made over there, at least the furthest.
Up comes Ellis with 2 outs and no one on. Corcoran kicks and fires. Ellis fouls it back.
And Levitt McGee a bit of an advantage on other opposing first basemen since he played here last summer, of course. So he knows the bounds of it a bit, the limit at which he can get over there before hitting the wall.
That he does. 0-1 to Ellis. Lifted in the air, foul territory behind home plate. Jackson calls for it, has a read on it, makes the grab. 1-2-3 inning from Luke Corcoran. Top of the Crawdad order goes down quietly again. To the 8th we go. Top of the 8th, Edward Said out of the Crawdad bullpen. He relieves Cody Perry after Mounts, Olson, and Perry each go 1 inning following Hudson Aber's 4-inning start. Michael Aikawa, Ethan Jackson, and Casey Levin McGee due up to face Said. This will be the 4th appearance for Edward this season. 3.86 ERA and 2 1/3 pitched. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. Aikawa's 0 for 2 with a walk. Legends just trailed by 2. 6 outs left to tie the ball game, or potentially even take the lead.
Well, both innings, the first and the second and the third and the seventh that Menlo Park has scored were led off by this bottom third. So it's been them kind of setting the table for the guys at the top who get them around to score. Worked last inning, trying to repeat that success here.
Said takes his time, kind of kicking the dirt away from the mound, or from the rubber on the mound. First pitch to Aikawa. Heater runs inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Said, last time he pitched was July 16th against the Blues, recorded 2 outs, 1 strikeout, no hits, no runs. The 1-0. Aikawa takes another fastball upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Crawdads have limited walks today, Harry, just 2 on the staff. 1 from Mounts, 1 from Olson. But the hits starting to catch up. Menlo Park 5 hits, 4 of them. Pardon me, they have 7 hits, 4 of them on Cody Perry. 2-0 fastball for a strike to Aikawa. Scoreboard not quite right.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's definitely not accurate. It says just 5 up there. Definitely, I've got 7 in my book. You've got 7 in yours.
2-1 to Aikawa. Said pumps in another fastball, but it misses up and in. Favorable count for Michael Aikawa. Legends looking to deal damage. Infield playing street. Playing deep but straight away, as is the outfield. 3-1. Fastball hit foul above the first base dugout. Full count. Said, rising redshirt sophomore at Chabot College. 42 1/3 innings pitched in 11 appearances this spring with the Gladiators, after 11 1/3 innings last summer for the Crawdads. 3-2. Aikawa hits a high chopper to short. Robles on 2 hops. Fields throws in time the stretch from Ronson to secure the out.
Nice job by Robles to not speed himself up on that play. Had 2 big hops coming at him and decided to play the second one wisely so, but there on the throw, you, again, just can't rush yourself. And although he made the mechanics go by quickly, they were under control, not too fast, so able to deliver an accurate strike to first. That's all you need. You just need to beat him by a half step.
That's exactly what happened. Half step. Jackson from the right side. First pitch to Said. Fastball lifted in the air. Foul territory between first and home. Ronson calls for it, makes the grab.
Now a couple of those to Ronson in the last 2 innings. Also Ryder Kelly, the second place hitter, hit in the top of the 7th, where he's been right on him, just calling him. With Longacre going out as well, and everyone else saying, Barrett, you take it, Barrett, take it. And has made the play very nicely. So good tracking by the first baseman, who's put together a really nice day. Offensively, a couple of RBI. Most recent one, the 5th, so sort of the difference of the ballgame so far.
2 outs, no one on for Casey Levin McGee. Hit a single to lead off last inning, later came in to score against his former Crawdad teammate Said. First pitch, up there's fastball, takes a hack, empty. 0-1 to Levin McGee. 235 hitter entering this game, has brought up about 40 points after it was in the 190s a couple of games ago. 0-1. Said misses low and inside. Levin McGee, certainly a guy with some pop. 4 doubles, a triple, and a homer. 10 RBIs for Menlo Park this year. Had 9 ribbies on 5 extra base hits last summer for Walnut Creek. 1-1 to him. Breaking ball floats to the top of the zone. Strike number 2. First curveball we've seen this inning from Saeed.
Right over the top when you're setting the tone with a very vertical fastball from that release point. The curveball can land at the top and still be an effective pitch.
1-2 from Saeed. Fastball lifted in the air, loud crack of the bat. Left center field. Aldridge calls for it, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning from Edward Saeed. He gives the Legends the claw, and now the Crawdads a chance to add to their 2-run lead in the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, Crawdads lead 5-3 over the Menlo Park Legends here on July 19th. Just a week left of the 2026 CCL regular season, Harry, after today's contest. Crawdads trying to add to their lead. Joe Coupland, Cam Taylor, Lucas Carlisle get a chance against Luke Corcoran, who's been fantastic. Just 1 hit, 1 run allowed. Sent the top of the Crawdad order down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th.
And as things stand, Crawdads in first place in the CCL North, but would like a little bit more of a cushion here. Insurance runs would be huge. Joe Coupland, good guy to set the tone.
First pitch to Coupland. Hit on the ground to third. Aikawa collects backhand. Now the throw across the diamond. Pulls Levitt McGee off the bag, and the ball gets away from him.
There you go. Just like that, you'll set the tone any way you can. He likes the first pitch. Rolled it over, not his best swing of the day, but gonna be another hit, a single.
Ruled a single, so Coupland's 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Now Cam Taylor from the left side against the left-handed pitcher Corcoran. Came in. First batter Corcoran faced was Cam Taylor. Got him to line out to first. Coupland at the first base bag, taking a lead. First pitch to Taylor, skips away from Jackson's glove, pass ball. Coupland second, double play on the ground is off now.
And there you go, another. It's another thing going the Crawdads' way for Coupland to set the tone. A bit unorthodox, soft hit, single to third, then let's call it a pass ball there.
Cam Taylor's 1 for 3 with a home run. 1-0 pitch, belted. Center field, Griffin tracking back to the warning track, just makes the grab. Coupland tags from second. He'll be into third standing. Productive out for Cam Taylor. Gave that ball a ride.
I thought he got that one a bit better than the one he homered on. That pitch down the middle, the one he homered on above the letters, but anyways, an effective out. If the Crawdads can get one more run in, a 3-run lead going into the 9th, that's a big opportunity to get a win, and it would be a save for Edward Saeed either way. If he would be staying. No one warming up, so probably going to be him. But this, I mean, can't stress enough how much this insurance run would mean.
1 out, runner at third for the second baseman, Carlisle. First pitch, Carlisle squares bunt, and it's foul towards first.
And Brent Cummings and the Crawdads want to play for this 1 run here, so having Carlisle bunt, a safety squeeze. If he gets it down, Coupland comes home and scores. You're not going with the suicide squeeze where Coupland's running on the pitch. Just got to see it down if you're at third.
Carlisle 0 for 2 with a walk. A 1 pitch. High and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 79-mile-an-hour fastball from Corcoran. Aldridge on deck and the hard-hitting Barrett Ronson in the hole. 1-1 to Carlisle. Breaking ball lifted in the air to center field. Griffin now going back, makes the grab. Coupland tags from third. Sack fly, Lucas Carlisle. The Crawdads add 1 to the lead, 6-3.
And there you go. Successfully manufactured a run. That's exactly how you do it. Get a guy on first any way you can, then to second any way you can, even if it's a wild pitch, and get him in with the sac fly. So nicely done by back-to-back batters, moving him over by flying out to deep center.
Aldridge 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch to him. Breaking ball top of the zone, also on the outer third, strike 1.
Can I also just quickly say how grateful I am that we're not in the third hour of this game yet?
Seriously, only 6:35 local time. This one's in the dirt. So just a 2.5-hour game to this point, and we're through 7.5.
Last two games, not the same.
Not at all. 1-1 to Aldridge. Hit on a line, right field, base hit. 5 games in a row for Shane Aldridge with a hit. Now a 2-out base runner for Barrett Ronson, who is 2 for 3 with a pair of RBI singles.
I'd say the leading candidate for Worth Group Player of the game so far.
Agree.
Runs driven in. When runs are sort of hard to come by in a game, you look at the guys who drive in just 1 or 2, and you say, "Yeah, it's a big contribution." He's swinging it well today.
Chance for Ronson to secure his player of the game bid. First pitch fouled away.
Sure, this would be, cherry on top. Hard drive to the gap with the speed of Aldridge on first. 2-out jump going on contact. He's going to score.
Plenty of speed for Aldridge at first. There's a throw to first. Tag from Levitt McGee, not in time. Head first slide. It's 0-1 to Ronson. Corcoran has just allowed 2 runs on a pair of hits through 2 2/3 pitched. Lefty kicks and fires over to first. Aldridge was going. Levitt McGee's throw to second, not in time, and it sails away anyway. Aldridge now moving over to third. The throw also offline, not in time. Now Aldridge is going to go home. Couple of errors give the Crawdads another run. 7-3. Walnut Creek still on top.
I don't know what happened there. Levitt McGee had him and just double clutch. No one was really covering second, so maybe that's why. But double clutch to third to second. At that point, Aldridge was already in. There's no need to throw it. Just put it in your pocket. And so a calamity of errors put this one just about out of reach for Menlo Park. I mean, that was total ridiculousness. Clown show. I don't know. That was just unnecessary.
Much like the eventful 5th inning yesterday.
That's a good way to put it.
0-1 to Ronson, sits in the strike zone. 0-2, bases empty, 2 down. Crawdads now lead by 4. Still a safe situation for Saeed when he comes back in a 4-run lead.
That's ridiculous.
0-2 to Ronson. Breaking ball doesn't fall to the zone, just stays high.
And now Ronson will have to do a bit more work to drive in another run. Gonna have to be a moonshot. A dinger.
2-base error on throw from Casey Levitt McGee, plus a throwing error from the left fielder Altmark allowed Aldridge to score the 7th run for Walnut Creek. 1-2 to Ronson. Breaking ball lined up the middle. 3 singles on the day for Barrett Ronson. 84 miles an hour, just went out and attacked the curveball well outside. Got a piece, and he's on base, another 2-out base runner, and Drew Longacre a chance to add even more to the Crawdad lead.
Well, and all 3 base hits have just been examples of great back control. Going back up the middle with it all 3 times. The second one, he got a little bit of luck. The second baseman, Fendel, got over, but beat it out on the infield. First one, 105 off the bat. This one just 84, but in a 2-strike count, protecting the outer part of the plate, poking it through the middle, doing exactly what you need to do. Have a day, Barrett Ronson.
First pitch to Longacre, ripped into center field, base knock. Ronson will stay put at second, but the 2-out rally for Walnut Creek isn't stopping now. 3 hits in this inning, 1 RBI on a sac fly from Carlisle, plus the 2-error extravaganza allowed Aldridge to score. Lineup turns anew to Kevin Parker Jr., and he's got an RBI chance.
This is the top of the order that's been really, really quiet today. 1 for 11 as a total. Aiden Robles, only man with the hit, and RBI double. So they've been due. This top three has not really gotten the table set as the table setters, but now since it's set for them, let's see if they can cash in.
Parker Jr.'s been hitting the ball hard. First pitch he sees, curveball misses. Parker Jr. 0 for 4. Pop out, ground out, line out, and a fly out. Basically everything but a hit. 1-0 from Corcoran. Fastball low and in.
Yeah, just looking to avoid the strikeout. But I'm confident. Like you said, he has been hitting the ball hard and just has to find it to a gap now.
8 extra base hits this season for Parker Jr., 16 RBIs. Good for second place on the Crawdads. 2-0, hammered, left center gap. Extra bases for Parker Jr. It skips past Altmark on a weird hop. Ronson comes in to score. Now Longacre chugging in. 2 RBI extra knock. No, Longacre's out at the plate. The throw on a line, and Jackson got the tag. But Parker Jr. adds one more on the RBI extra base knock. 8-3, the Crawdads on top. To the top of the ninth we go. Legends down to their final 3 outs. Crawdads added 3 in the bottom of the 8th to make it an 8-3 game over the Menlo Park Legends. Top of the 9th, Mason Griffin, Ryder Kelly, and Ryan Duran. 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Legends to face Edward Said, who in the top of the 8th went 1, 2, 3 against the bottom of the order. Lefty Griffin, righty Kelly, righty Duran. Griffin's 2 for 4, a single last time up, also a double in the 3rd. Said, all of those outs were on balls in play. Now his first pitch to Griffin. Fastball swung at and missed.
Just nasty. That's all you got to do now. Attack. You got 3 runs from your offense in the bottom of the 8th for insurance. Now you're pitching with a 5-run lead. Just attack these hitters. You're Said. You pitch with confidence here.
0-1 to Griffin. Fastball off the inner part of the barrel. Well foul. 0-2. And with San Luis Obispo losing to the Santa Barbara Foresters today, a win here would prop the Crawdads into first place. And now if they win out, they will control their destiny. They win out, they will have the first place seed in the CCL North. 0-2, another foul ball. Griffin back in from the left side, rising sophomore at the University of Northern Colorado. 0-2 to him. off the end of his bat. He stays alive.
Oof. It's a swing when you're down 0-2, and the pitcher has your number a bit. Nice changeup after a lot of fastballs. And him way out in front, just had to try and slow the bat up to get a piece. Somehow he did.
4-pitch battle. 0-2 to Griffin. Fastball sits below the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saeed trying to get the final 3 outs of this game for Walnut Creek. Is 1-2.
Ooh.
Breaking ball hits off of Griffin's foot. Leadoff base runner for the Legends.
And then he just let him off the hook there, too. Lost the breaking ball, hit him on the back of the front, or the front foot, the back heel. It's an unusual spot to get hit. And Griffin's A-okay with it, down 1-2. A couple ugly swings. He was grasping for straws against Saeed, but Griffin continues to just tear apart the Crawdads. 2 for 4 today, 10 for 18 on the season.
Yeah.
So it gets on somehow.
First pitch to Kelly, fouled back towards us, out of play. No outs, a runner at first, that's Griffin. Legends trail by 5, top of the 9th. This is their last chance. 3 outs to work with to score those 5 runs. They've scored 3 on 7 hits today. Crawdads 8 runs on 9 hits. 0-1 is outside. Also 5 defensive errors for Menlo Park. Not helping their equation.
Yeah, 2 last inning really did not help. Caused 200 runs to come through because there should have been 3 outs.
1-1 from Saeed. Kelly pops it up right side of the infield. Ronson calling for it at first. He's got it. 1 down in the top of the 9th. Still a runner at first. And how about Barrett Ronson has had a pop-up to him in each of the last 3 innings now. The 9th, 8th, and the 7th.
It's been so steady. Getting to the spot, settling under, and putting it away.
Legends 3-hole hitter Ryan Duran to the dish. 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 7th. 2 hit by pitches. This one off the end of his bat for a single into right. Aldridge collects so they can hold Griffin at the second base bag. But now 2 straight singles for Duran. Second and first with the left-hander Altmark coming up in the cleanup spot.
You see how the hit by pitch to lead off the inning? You get him in a 2-strike count. Kind of balloons a bit. Gives you a chance for Menlo to try and shock the world a bit. Sneak up on the Crawdads, sneak a few runs in, and all of a sudden it's a close game. But Saeed's still 1 pitch away from ending it.
Miles Brand warming up in the Crawdad bullpen, but a ground ball double play kills this. Instead, this is a deep drive to center field. Aldridge to the warning track, makes the grab. Griffin thought it was going to be extra bases, so he was well ahead. Won't be able to tag and go to third. Now the Legends down to their final out. But that ball was pieced 93 miles an hour off the bat, 337 feet out to center. Joey DeMelio, the right fielder for the Legends, represents their last chance. 2 outs, 2 on, top of the 9th, trailing by 5.
Crawdads can taste first place again.
Saeed kicks and deals. Fastball hit in the air, left center gap. Aldridge tracking back, warning track. There it is. First place again for Walnut Creek. An 8-3 lead and the victory over the Menlo Park Legends here on Sunday at Monte Vista. An eventful game, Harry, but we'll take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll have our Player of the Game interview on the Up the Creek postgame show. Welcome inside today's post-game show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. Up the Creek is a great record shop right next to the Ace Hardware in downtown Walnut Creek. They buy and sell new and used vinyl records, CDs, and cassettes, as well as skateboard gear and a variety of other fun gifts like yo-yos and hacky sacks. They also have an all-ages live music venue that hosts local bands every weekend, so check out who is playing at upthecreekrecords.com or their Instagram at upthecreekrecords. And now today's Player of the Game interview brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads, local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Hudson Aber, today's player of the game. Hudson, 4 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, no walks, no hit batters. How'd you feel after today's outing?
Great. It was good to have a good outing after last week. My command wasn't there last week, but it was good to attack the zone early and finish guys.
Yeah, on that same note, 5 walks last time, none this time through 4 innings. What was the adjustment?
Honestly, I don't even know. I just wasn't being soft. I was just attacking the zone, and I wasn't trying to be fine with my pitches. I feel like last week I was either getting ahead early and just trying to be too fine and nibble around the strike zone, trying to get whiffs. And today, I didn't care what the count was. I was just trying to put everything down the middle.
How does it affect the way you pitch when you're working with different catchers? Today with Drew, the past couple of games you've been with Clisby or Winchell in other scenarios, does it change anything at all?
I mean, yeah, it definitely changes stuff, but I think summer's a great time to you just know everything's not going to be perfect. So I think having some variety and dealing with guys calling different calls, like Clisby may call one way and Drew may call another and Winch may call another way. I think it's really good to practice for that, and I think gets you ready for the future as well.
And with the win today, Slow also lost. You guys back into first place in the CCL North. What does it take now as a pitching staff and as a team to maintain that and push towards the end of the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's stuff on the squad's nasty enough to dominate every hitter. I think we just need to not be too fine with our pitches, just attack the zone and get guys out in as few pitches as possible.
First time we've been able to talk to you up here in the booth, Hudson. What's it like being able to play for your hometown team? You live right down the road in Danville.
I mean, it's awesome. Living 10 minutes away from here, I grew up playing on this field all the time. I couldn't ask for much more. I was so glad when my coach just told me I was coming here. I've had a great summer so far and great experience.
If you had the chance to come back, do you think you would?
I mean, we'll see. Definitely. Funness-wise, 100%. But, I mean, I hope I throw enough next year. I don't got to play summer ball, but we'll see.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I love it here. It's awesome.
Thank you very much for your time, Hudson. We'll take a break here on the Crawdads postgame show. When we come back, Harry and I break down the game. Today's Sweet Play of the Game is brought to you by Batter and Icing, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Batter and Icing is a locally owned custom bakery with 2 retail outlets in Danville and Pleasant Hill. Since 2018, they've been creating everything from birthday and wedding cakes to corporate event desserts, all made fresh with quality ingredients and plenty of creativity. Learn more or place an order using the Crawdad fundraiser part of the Order Online tab at www.batterandicing.com. Orders can be picked up at any Crawdad home game. Today's Sweet Play of the Game, Shane Aldridge's throw back in the top of the 7th. Isaac Fendel hit a line drive single up the middle, scored 1 run as Ryan Duran, the second run, was attempting to score from third. Aldridge laser beam throw to the plate. Longacre had it and the tag. Kind of a awkward slide from Duran, kind of banana peeled out of his way trying to get around the bag to home, and he was caught out.
Well, that actually turns out to be a huge play in this game. That was going to be a run that, if it came to score, would make it a 1-run ball game. And yes, it was a very risky send, but still, you see in the CCL all the time when pressure is put on fielders and guys on defense that sometimes they end up making an errant throw or taking a bit too much time to make a throw. So I don't hate the send in all things considered by the third base coach of the Legends, just putting the pressure on the Crawdad defense. But Shane Aldridge, you know him as a guy who's so elite out there defensively. So he's able to keep it under control, take a deep breath, know the situation, and fire a strike towards home and knock down the run that would have come in. And again, would have been a very big run in this game. Would have made it a one-run ball game. Inning would have kept going, but that ended it.
Absolutely. A crucial throw from Aldridge stopped the late rally and allowed the Crawdads to add some more back later on in the 8th inning. For Walnut Creek, an 8-3 victory over the Legends. Harry, they now move back up to first place over the San Luis Obispo Blues. So if they win out, the Crawdads will have the #1 seed in the CCL North playoff race, which means they will host the North Championship on Wednesday of the playoffs, which is not next week, but the week after. So it would be Wednesday a game for the Crawdads they host, and then the entire CCL Championship, the winner of that game would play a 3-game series. The South and the North winners in each respective division will play at the home of the North Division team, a 3-game series. If the Crawdads aren't able to hold on to this first place spot, they could be the second place team, which means they would host on Tuesday of the week of the playoffs right here at Monte Vista. And if by somehow they fall to the third place seed, they will be playing the #2 seed at their home. So
Yeah.
being in the driver's seat for first is huge.
It is, and it's a very unlikely scenario that they fall to third, so you'd have to think at least hosting one playoff game at this point. But the schedule for the Crawdads is incredibly advantageous for wrapping up that 1 seed. The one game I'm really looking at is on the road against Sonoma on the 25th of July. Penultimate game of the season. Guys might be having their heads in the postseason cloud a little bit because you're coming off of 3 games that might be wins, right? At Menlo Park on Tuesday. That one also could be a bit tough. Menlo Park has played Walnut Creek pretty well at their home ballpark. And even here at Monte Vista today made it pretty close. 2 games against the Seagulls. I don't know how those are going to go. They're 5-26. Not a lot to say about that, really. But then after, again, you go on the road to Sonoma, a team that has beat you twice this season, and it's just you never know what's going to happen under the Arnold Field lights.
Right.
It's always bizarre, and then finally one more at home against against Menlo Park. So I'm thinking that could be a Crawdad win once again, but
Who knows? This is a pesky Menlo
Yeah.
team with 2 games left. They're probably feeling for some revenge after the
Yeah.
Crawdads are undefeated right now against them.
and all that to say, you just can't get ahead of yourself. Gotta
No.
go 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, and 1-0, time
Absolutely.
after time.
Crawdads did a similar thing last year to squeak into the playoffs. They ended up with the 2nd seed. They just took it 1 game at a time and rallied in that last week of the season, went 5-1 to earn a playoff bid. Anyways, tomorrow is an off day. Next time we are live will be Tuesday, July 21st at 6 o'clock from Baylands Park in Palo Alto for the Legends and the Crawdads. A home game for the Legends, the third to last time the Crawdads will be on the road in 2026. In any case, an 8-3 victory for Walnut Creek at home on this fine Sunday evening contest. For my broadcast partner, Harry Setrakian, for Jack Brooks, and also for Hudson Neighbor and Brandon Clisby, who were lucky enough to join us, and who we were grateful
lucky
to,
enough for.
who we were lucky enough to have on the show. Troy Limoncelli signing off. We'll see you next time on the Crawdad Streaming Network.